Welcome in, everybody. What's happening out there? Does somebody have a case of the Mondays? Got a quick intro. We'll get into it. From what I understand, the trashy people of YouTube, you guessed it, are still being trashy. Enjoy the intro. We'll get right into it.
The sky just to learn how to fly. Don't even gotta put me in the dirt when I die. I'm not perfect, I try. I'm trying to free my hands, grab the day by the throat. Gotta get a grip, but I'm at the end of my rope. I'm not perfect, I know. And if I had a spare moment, I'd probably loan it to somebody who needed to hold it. Life's indecisive, might slice you open or show compassion and throw you back into the ocean. I'm trying to keep my faith on the path, but the landscape's full of danger flags. You could change your name and still live in the past. Daddy was the face on a package of zigzags. Fall from the sky just to learn how to fly. Don't even gotta put me in the dirt when I die. I'm not perfect, I try. You might fade away, you might burst in flames. Ain't no reason you should even try to search my name. I'm not perfect, okay? I'm a father and a son of a Southsider. Mouth full of hot dish, pop lifer. And this little piggy squeal like a cop's tire when I set the ox on fire like it's a box of spiders. You the opposite of truth, you overproduced. You gotta grow more toes, you wanna fill these shoes. You gotta make love like there's nothing to lose. You wanna wake up the world, but there's a button for snooze. Fall from the sky just to learn how to fly. Don't even gotta put me in the dirt when I die. I'm not perfect, I try. We gotta work it out, cause I ain't turning around. The same person that I was when the curtains were down. I'm not perfect, what now? Huh? What now? Some say that I pass, none say that I'm passive. White trash with a fraction of blackness. My mathematics got native blood too, but no matter where I stand, either way it's fuck you. I never been a victim of police harassment, and I knew what they seen when I turned job absent. Irish name, Scandinavian frame. I'm a Rubik's Cube, I'm the American dream. Check it out, I'm a feminist, I'm also a misogynist. Spit like an arsonist, dick like an obelisk. And I promise if you ever hear me contradict myself, it's not a sign of the apocalypse. I've been an asshole before it was fashionable, and when it's out of style, I'll be the last to know. And if Illuminati listening, I don't wanna plateau. Who I have to blow to play the halftime show, huh? Fall from the sky just to learn how to fly. Don't even gotta put me in the dirt when I die. I'm not perfect, I try. Lord knows I try. On the day of death, man, you deserve respect. Don't ever forget that it was worth your breath. I'm not perfect, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Such a good song. Excuse this, the gentle sound of a train going by in the background. Such a good tune. I think a lot of people don't. I think a lot of people misinterpret like we're all supposed to be perfect. We're not. Plot twist. I do see that the trashers are being trashy out there. People that strike channels are criticizing people for striking channels. What a world. What a fucking world. How the hell are you guys? What's up? I see Musta was the first one here, followed quickly by Ninja Orchids. Truth Seeker, good to see you. I hope you're well. Brenda Sue. Let me see how far back my restream chat goes. What's up, Truth Seeker? Brenda Sue, how you doing? Froggy's in the house. Billy Jones has been a member for 5 months. Thank you so much, Billy. Such a great supporter of the channel. I know it's doing that weird @ thing, so I'm not sure. Let me see if I can figure out who Elizabeth in the Garden is. I have to go to their channel. How convenient. Oh, it's the same. Okay, perfect. Michelle 420. We'll watch at least one episode tonight. That reminds me, please put your request in for music night over at Cousin Charlie's tonight, and we'll sneak in an episode of Friday 13th, this series as well over there. Should be fun. So I guess the topic of conversation around here today and yesterday, from what I understand, I don't know. Let's see here, is still the Lauren Matthias lady. Matthias? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. In any case, obviously, learning new information, my opinion has changed quite a bit about that whole scene. What a shit show. That's all I can say about that. Many people are emailing me and sending me messages asking me, "Oh, you gotta talk about this." Okay, okay. Well, I think it's a bunch of crazy people being crazy. It turns out she played more of a role in the back and forth and bullshit than I first cared to pay attention to. But no, I think that's pretty much solidified. People I like, people I dislike. Everyone's in sort of an agreement here. But that's whatever. But here's what I warn against, and I think this is a real concern. What I warn against is anything that was being done at all in that scene, or people being stalked, or whatever it may be. I think we're running a real risk of normalizing that type of thing, which is, obviously problematic. And you notice that it's the people that want to be the victim are empathizing with Lauren, and the people that are legit stalkers are the ones that are like, oh, she's a fraud. So it's a very interesting thing, but I am no fool. And with, provided with new information, an opinion should always be, evolving and dynamic. That's my 2 cents on that. Now I understand some friends of our channel were struck. QB, ugh, ick, yuckity yuck. How miserable can a person be? They're just striking someone for merely reviewing them. I mean, that seems to be against the rules. Oh wait, it is. That's funny, but I guess Brittany J is on TikTok, going live on TikTok. I don't tick or talk. I think that's where I'm just like, all right, I can't go to TikTok. I'm also not going to Rumble. I'm not going to OnlyFans, nor am I going to I don't know what else is there. I do want to have a Patreon, but I don't want it to be a pay thing. I want it to be a free Patreon, which is possible to do. I've just been a lazy fucking person, so that hasn't gotten done. Nanny Sharon, thanks so much for being here. Queen Bella, what's up? Spooky Sarah, I saw your request. Yes, please get your request in for tonight's music show. We're gonna mix in some dramedy as well. It's not crama. It's just not. Whatever this is, it's not crama. Suppose it's commentary. What's up, Reality? Good to see you. I hope you're well. Must is in the house. Oi, oi, oi. Hope you guys are feeling good. Oh, geez. Middle of the night for Musta. Thanks for joining us. I think I saw you over in Soup's chat earlier today. I'm still blocked there. Bummer, dude. You know what I have to say about that? Their loss. What's up, Marlena? Good to see you. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. Did you guys miss me yesterday? I just was not feeling it. I went fishing, and then my team played, and they lost. It was miserable. Shout out Green Bay Packer fans. They definitely deserved that win. It was It was almost fun to watch, and then it was just like, all right, this isn't even. But thankfully, and I know sports talk bores most of you guys, but I must say that even though my team lost again, they're still in first place in their division. due in great part because the rest of the teams in the division are garbage. So they're the least garbage out of the bunch. But I mean, everything changes in the playoffs, and that's just the way it goes. We have the team to do it. It's just I don't know what's happening. Damn near $1 billion worth of contracts, and they just get fumbling and bumbling. Dina M, good to see you. Troopers is in the house. What's up, Yankee Kyle? Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are. Just my girls, number 3, hello. I speak Taiwanese. Yes, please put the music request there, and it's going to be on Cousin Charlie's channel. As soon as he has it all set up, I will share the link onto my community wall. Beat him is beat him. Yes, I heard a rumor. Oh, how fun is YouTube? I heard a rumor that little Pipsqueak beat him. Little Brittlebone, fucking vegetarian, beat him. I guess he said he can beat me up. I haven't heard the clip myself. I heard it happened on Trash's Stocks, who just for some reason popped up in my feed. I'm certainly not subscribed to her, but in any case, I popped over there. She's almost 3 hours into a live stream with a super chat goal of 15 with not one single super chat. If that's not an indication that like continuously just, I don't know. I don't think people are buying what you're selling anymore, lady. But of course, B10 made a cameo over there. I was going to save that for tonight because I thought it'd be funny. I have to find a timestamp for that too. I heard a few people making reference to it, and I was like, what? Oh, B-Tim said he can beat me up. That's cute. Dude couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. But hey, I'm down, Timmy. Whenever you're ready. Like I've always said, anytime, anywhere, just holler at your boy, make it happen. Deanna M says, what a crazy couple days. The B strikes, then Lauren strikes. Apparently a few on Facebook group got mad at Dolly for changing the name of his Facebook group. Call everybody they cry. I didn't hear about the Dolly stuff. I have heard about the striking that's going on. How ridiculous, dude. I mean, listen, I can speak on this firsthand from personal experience. Like it sucks getting struck by a fucking sloppy purple-footed crackhead like that offers nothing the world at all. It's part of the game. It is what it is. What I would recommend is fucking strike back. Don't wait. Just do what you got to do. It's a filthy game. If you choose to play it, and play it well. I've done privacy strikes. I'll be honest. I've even done privacy strikes like out of spite, out of anger. But I don't do much of that at all these days. Why would I? I certainly wouldn't. I would certainly wouldn't strike somebody for reviewing me. No matter what, like that's ridiculous. So long as it's legit. If they're listen. If you're telling the truth and you're not sitting over there just defaming someone and you're just legit reviewing it, fucking game on, dude. That's what it's all about. That's the whole. I mean, what else is there? What else are we doing here, for real? I strongly dislike the word sector. I really don't like it, but I guess that's what's just the spoken language. Well, the B for me means B word because he acts like a B boy and does not know everything, for fuck's sake. He doesn't. He pretends that he does, though. TikTok is a fucking disaster. Yeah, I don't tick or talk. I mean, I'm not throwing any shade to Brittany J for going live on there. It's just you won't find me on there. I was on there just for a minute to see what Craig was up to whenever he was promoting his TikTok. But I just don't use it. I deleted the app. It's not my thing. Conversely, I don't really fuck with Twitter either. And yes, I'm old. I'm gonna call it Twitter. I thought it would be fun to make a TikTok and just keep it strictly business and just crank out the videos over there just to see, but I don't have the energy for that. I've got more important things to do, like paint. I'm behind the schedule on my painting. Elizabeth says, I just evaluate on my own. I'm not concerned with what other bandwagons others ride to counter others. Yes, well, I try to do that exact same thing. What's up, Curious? Good to see you. Curious. I was hoping you'd be around for the costume party on Friday. I know Savages have it hers. I think I have to double check, but I think from what I understand, it's East Coast time from 9 to 11. So I don't know. It's a dilemma for me. Do we go from 6 until 9? I think that might be good. 3 hours. Just see what the fuck happens. I don't know. Or at 11 when they're done, but I don't want to, like, you know, if it ends up being a huge success over there, she's not going to stop at 11. So I don't want to just be held hostage behind. And also I'll want to be watching that. So it's a predicament for me. I think earlier. I think that would be the right place for us to do our thing. So that would be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell me what you think about that, because I am, I'm flexible. I just wanted to make the most sense. I did see a news story that reminded me of Queen Bee. I think we should have a look at that. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And this is a public service announcement. Also, it's a warning to parents. I mean, I don't want to make people paranoid, but always make sure you check your children and grandchildren's Halloween candy, because there are people like Queen Bee in the world. Check this out. Oh, I have to search through my history. Give me 1 second. I see that a lot of people are live about hidden true crime striking channels. I think that's fucking whack, dude. I mean, I can't beat around the bush. Like, I think that, obviously, I take that shit personally. I think it's absolute bollocks that you're striking someone just for reviewing you, especially if it's legit commentary with the a channel that has a community. It's not like savage doxing maniacs like the Hive. Like, if it's a legit channel, for sure. But the fact that the fact that QB is also striking people for doing the same thing whilst criticizing this Lauren Matthias person, Matthias, whatever it is, no disrespect to her. I just think, hey lady, that's so whack to strike a channel that way, because I mean, the people that are speaking negatively about her now, or have always been, this just stokes their fire. And it really, what it does for the Hive is just gives just a whole nother 24-hour YouTube news cycle of not having to show receipts for the con job that the person perpetrated. But I see her cash flow is pretty slow, so that's good. And Trasher Stocks, poor lady, sitting over there with fucking 0 of 15. Why would, first of all, 15's greedy for the content that you make, but considering that your content isn't content at all. So, I mean, it's a thing. Let's see here. Should check this out. Pretty scary stuff, actually. Let's see. There it is. Oh, wait. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. So of course, all the kids are out there trick or treating the next couple of days. We all know this to be true. Let's see. This story was just, I saw this story and I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Well, this must be it here. Sorry for I didn't have this queued up. I wasn't sure I was going to show it. Let's see. But I am, in fact. So this is, again, from my local news. Shit that happens in Pittsburgh. I tell you what, it's a large enough city for always some kind of weird shit happening. This happened in one of the neighborhoods. Let me get rid of my music in the background here. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. I'll get back into chat and greet you, I promise. Remember, like, This is only possible because there are people in this world that are distributing narcotics to their community. Delivering.
All right, well, we are getting closer and closer to when all those little ghouls and goblins will be out going door to door in hot pursuit of candy and treats. And as always, that comes with a certain risk, but a risk that became a really scary reality in one local neighborhood.
Yeah, this is actually something very serious. John Shumway joins us. And John, one child found something truly frightening in their candy bag.
Yeah, to say the least, David. Over the weekend, suspected cocaine was found among a child's candy haul. That was at a trick-or-treat event in Ingram Borough. Now, in a post on the police department's Facebook page, police say the powder-like substance was found on Saturday night in a small knotted baggie. Now, preliminary tests show that it was, in fact, cocaine. They're asking everyone who attended that.
I mean, could you imagine? Like, this is like, I think they do mention in this video, I did watch ahead of time. They mentioned, like, make a game of it with your kids, like sorting the candy. As I recall as a child, sorting the candy was like part of the fun, just to see what we got, and realizing now that that was probably just the adults around just double checking to make sure there was nothing stupid in the candy bags. But what a world do we live in that this is even a distant possibility, but in fact reality. It's brutal. It's brutal.
Event to go through your child's candy bag very carefully. What they are trying to figure out is where and when that drug was handed out, and if this was an isolated incident. Now, Ingram police say you should always check everything that your child brings home. And if you find anything unusual among the candy, please give your police department a call.
And again, John, this is something that every year we hear police reminding parents to do. But really, I mean,
it's every year. Ever since I was a kid, there's always been urban legend of like somebody doing something to the candy or something like that. Let me look at chat really quick. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. I can put my background music on. I did want to review some of the buzzards sitting over there criticizing somebody for striking, while in fact somebody is currently on a timeout for her striking them. It's too much fun. It's instant content. These people are just I'm not sure how to refer to them. They're just crazy people. Let's see here. You hate X2. Yeah, me too. I'm going to go back a little bit in chat so I can see just a few minutes behind. Brittany followed all the rules. I'm sure she will appeal the false strike. The fact she reviewed QB is questionable. She should have known she'd get stung. I hate it for her and her sweet family. Well, I mean, it's a ridiculous thing. I mean, and let's face it. I mean, the criticism, like she's over there protecting some fragile little incel boy in B. Tim. Like, you can't speak negatively about him or else, she'll pull out the stinger. Like, fuck the stinger is what I'm saying. Like, listen, man, if everybody just stands up and has an opinion instead of, go live on your channels, guys. I urge you to. There's too much work for just a handful of people. Like, it could be like a full-time job. I know in reality. I know. It's exactly the same as me. I mean, she struck my channel 3 times, dude, in the last 2 months. 3 times. That's 3 different weeks my channel was on a timeout. Each time was more erroneous than the time before. Like I said, I was a good sport the first time. I was like, all right, touche. You got me. That was sort of my vibe. The second time I was like, okay, you're a desperate bitch. Right? That's a fact. And then the third time it became insulting. It's like, all right, go fuck yourself. I mean, in business will continue as usual until people start striking back and, just disallowing it to occur. Here's my thing. Why is everyone, and I understand why, the Hive themselves are doing it, but why is everyone, and I do mean everyone, just doing this thing where they're talking about, oh, it's so terrible that this Lauren woman struck a channel and it's so wrong. It's so wrong. But what about everyone else that's been doing it, specifically the Hive? You know, Ricky the racist down there, Ricky the rotund racist down in Tennessee, she strikes tons of people behind the scenes and no one talks about that. It's like, what's the big news story if it's been occurring every fucking day anyways? Like, all of a sudden, listen, I didn't even hear about this hidden true crime channel until just the other day. And so, I mean, what is everybody so obligated humping this story for? Is there not anything better in the news? Maybe not. Maybe that could be true. This could be it. Today's distraction from still no one being held accountable for anything they have done in the way of just conning thousands of people out of $300,000. So, hey, what can you do? Receipt Watch 2025 continues over here. Still nothing. Still nothing. Striking people and criticizing other people for striking people. It's got to be some type of mental disorder. What do you guys think? I really don't know what's happening for sure. Let's see how they wrap this up. I think that's it.
This is frightening and something to definitely keep in mind later this week.
No question about it. Periodically over time, incidents like this have been reported all over the country, and police departments coast to coast remind all of us to make sure we check the treat bag when the kids get home. You can make it a sorting game or something with the kids, you know, where they think you're having fun.
Yeah, that's what we did. I remember sorting the candy. Candy was part of the fun.
In reality, you're checking for nefarious things. But yeah, it's a safety issue.
Yeah. All right. Good to think about for sure. Thank you, John.
Well, I wouldn't say it's good to think about. That's going a bit far, buckaroo. It's good to think about. Sometimes they're just on autopilot, you know? We'll get back in the chat and see what you guys are talking about. What's up, Patricia? I'm sure that was an accident. Who gives away back? Well, of course it was an accident, but the fact that it was just so readily accessible, that's the concern. You know, it's some queen bee type person just living a completely sloppy lifestyle that, you know, that's how it happens. It doesn't happen from, you know, even people that party like responsibly, it doesn't happen to them. Just, you know, hippopotamus riding a poo-poo chair like Queen Bee. Let's see. Yep, my sister was still my candy when he had it done. Well, we would also, you know, not simply sorting, but also then trading the candy became like, you know, quite a big deal. Also, what age do you think stopping trick-or-treating is appropriate? I say 13. I think that's a fair age. I mean, some people trick-or-treat their whole life. I mean, that's how these grifters survive on the internet. It's every day's fucking trick-or-treat. Trick-or-treat. Let's see. Oh no, leave the kidlets alone and the LDS. DNM, I have no idea what that's about. Who does that kind of shit? Flight attendant for life is in the house. The fact is, a car of a category 5 gusting at 100. Oh yes, we'll have a look at that too during this live stream. This is sort of going to be a hodgepodge of all kinds of shit. We'll even listen in. Of course, I'm not going to screen snipe because I'm no dummy, but we can listen in to what the buzzards over there clacking about. I want to show you guys at least like her opening to her show today because it had me rolling on the floor. She's literally criticizing someone else for striking a channel. Like, what the fuck, dude? It's almost like it's scripted. I mean, I'm not that much of a conspiracy theorist, but it's just like it's too dumb to be reality. Like, the fact that anyone falls for it, it's it's fucking funny to me. Also, if anyone's got a timestamp on when Little B Tim said he could beat me up, I would love to hear that. I understand that happened on Trasha Stocks, that wretched lady from the UK that just sits there and cackles all day long. She seems to be losing people's attention though. Bummer, dude. The fact is category 5 gusting at 195 miles per hour is bad enough, but the fact it's nearly stationary is the worst part. Usually they're going 15 to 25 miles per hour, not this one. Yeah, that's the terrifying thing. If it just sits stationary over land or island. Do you guys want to have a look at that? I just became really familiar or aware of the danger of the situation just in the last hour and a half. I also saw the case of that Melody Buzzard, the little girl that's missing, and supposedly she was seen in another photograph with a wig on. Like, what the fuck is going on there, dude? That shit creeps me out. What is happening? Let's see here. So I'm just going with the flow. So give me a second to pull up the video. I want something more current. Hurricane Melissa. Seems like a pretty unassuming name, right? Let me filter by most recent if I could. So Jamaica, looks like Jamaica's in pretty serious danger. Wow. Okay, here, I'll share this with you guys. It looks like a fucking monster, dude. Let me finish with chat really quick first, though. We flew out for the last flight of our line Sunday night. Oh, yeah, stay away from that shit. Most funny thing my daughter got was some poor guy's Marlboros. Oh, geez. 3 missing from the pack. Oh, my God. That's another QB thing. Smoke him if you got him. Dude, I can't. Listen, anybody that says on a live stream on YouTube that they were just going to give some kids some joints, dude, what the fuck? Shut the front door. How's that? It's a clear demonstration of not being in any way responsible as a human being. Like, it's crazy. It's what, just talking about it and saying that like it's just a normal thing. Just imagine what happens that we don't know. Ugh. Patricia says, I used to check my kids' candy after every house so I knew who gave what. See, that's hyper attentive. I mean, I'm not against that. Quite a social experiment too, I bet. But I just at the very least at the end of the night when everybody comes home, because they're going to be eating from those bags of candy the whole way anyways. Come on, let's keep it real. But when they get home, make a sorting game, and then they can trade and shit. I buy my mass candy and don't get any kids, so I sit and eat it. That happens a lot. Spooky Sarah says, my friend found a razor. Oh, geez. In her son's candy like 6 years ago. It was taped to the bottom of the. Wow. See, I know a lot of that's urban legend, but then it inspires fucking wackos to do wacko shit. That's the problem. Just like these trashy channels, it's like it's the person that goes live and motivates everyone to do crazy shit. They're the dangerous ones. The crazy people that go and do the crazy shit, isn't that what's expected from crazy people for them to, but the thing is, whenever people use them as tools to do their bidding, it becomes nuts, i.e. driving to people's houses and what the fuck else ever, it all, blah blah blah. It's really something special. What's up, Lamy? Good to see you. On my third mobile phone since August 31st this year. Jeez. And my name changes in chats. I bought 2 duds within a week and got the product I wanted. Finally got it. Jeez, that sucks. I'm already looking to upgrade my phone here soon. That's crazy. Can't they get punished for all these false strikes? Well, in an ideal world, YouTube would fucking pay attention. Shout out YouTube, you're the best. But they don't. They simply don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's such a money-making machine that those of us underlings down here, we mean nothing whatsoever to any of them. I mean, until you get 100,000 plus subscribers, even then, it's still not what you would expect. So as far as anyone with less than 250,000 subscribers, they don't even. It doesn't matter. It just, there's no such thing as TOS. It's merely a suggestion. It doesn't exist. So on and so forth. Let me pull this up. Yeah, this hurricane looks terrifying. There's no nice way to say it. It looks just brutal.
It's Monday, October 27th. We're watching what is unfortunately an incredibly dangerous situation for the island of Jamaica here in the Caribbean, with Major Hurricane Melissa becoming a Category 5 hurricane to the south of the island as it moves towards the west-southwest.
You guys can see the island. They do highlight it a little bit.
Nearing its maximum potential intensity at this point, becoming a major hurricane as...
What is it? I forgive my being naive, but isn't there like a more dangerous side to the storm? It's behind it, right? It's this stuff. So that's just about as bad as it can get, dude.
As expected, and has not actually stopped intensifying yet over the past 24 hours, with a rather steady trend towards stronger winds and lower central pressure in aircraft observations. This is the latest from the Air Force plane that's currently flying through the storm, showing the latest drop zone in the center, measuring a pressure of 912.
I'm naive as to what the pressure means as well, so forgive me. I'm not a scientist. Flight attendant says, I think Lauren's Patreon being streamed is wrong, but QB did it, of course, going for another lawsuit. Yeah. Lol suit. Griff, someone said in Soups earlier, that is her food for thought. You know, listen, now that this litigation is over with BHB, QB is absolutely desperate for content and even more desperate. Believe me, it's every single day she's going live. She knows that thousands of people want to see the receipts for the con job that she pulled, and she has to just imagine how much energy it must, consume to go live and pretend that thousands of people just want you to show receipts, and your entire purpose for that entire live stream is to talk about anything and everything else except for what? You guessed it, class, the fucking receipts. It's exhausting for me to even consider. It's so foreign to the way I exist that I won't understand it. But I do shout out to everyone who is out there still demanding receipts. Very few people. It's become Cricketville over here, and I don't mean the game. Trooper says, well, I need receipts from my loony Earthy. Yesterday, she claims Britney has been striking out of control for weeks. Receipts or it didn't happen. Yes, her and some man that she calls her manager were accusing me of teaching Britney how to strike, and I have never done any such thing. In fact, I'm not privy to who the fuck Britney J strikes. If I were her, I would have been striking everybody right back. But I don't have any secret access to what the fuck she does on her channel. That's crazy to even assume. I'm so out of the loop. I didn't even know she was struck until this morning. So it happened yesterday. I don't know. I saw her community post with the invite to TikTok. Everybody who ticks and talks, I would recommend go over and watch her. But I don't do TikTok. I don't want it on my phone. It's bad enough that our own government spies on us. Why do I want the Chinese government to spy on us too? That's my official opinion. They are anyways, but whatever. Just My Girl says, I think we as subs should have some kind of recourse against those that deprive us, the creators we like that have done. Well, that's exactly it. Well, it's to build distrust and lack of confidence in someone, because if you're a member, which means if you spend your hard-earned money to become a member, to have a green name in a chat, and whether it be because you support someone or you're just feeling generous or whatever it may be, a whole week without content a whole week without receiving something that you've already fucking paid for is, I think, there's some obligation. If you have a monetized channel, you're under some obligation to give, at least check in, have a quick live stream, what's going on, unless you're a strictly video formatted channel, that is to say you don't go live. I don't know. call me crazy. And that's exactly what the whole false striking is designed specifically for that, specifically to dissuade encouragement or dissuade any confidence that people have in the channel. And I'm telling you what, it's very fucking effective. It's incredibly effective, which is what ultimately makes it dangerous, but expect more. It's not like it's ever going to change. Dear YouTube, boo fucking who. Unfortunately, it's the way it is. But I would say strike back and always refute any type of strikes to your channel. Fight them tooth and nail. That I might be able to help with if you have questions. But I mean, I haven't. No one's ever come to me and asked me what to do. That's not true. There was a clip channel a long time ago was struck and didn't know what to do. In any case, next time B-Tim is in Roberta Glass chat, I'm going to put my B-Tim limerick in chat. I don't know who Roberta Glass is. Should I? There's a lot that I don't. A lot of channels that I just don't know. Sorry, I'm back. Had an important phone call. Flight attendant Q thinks she's paid to go into her Patreon. That's crazy. So I mean, well, that's a whole nother level. Now you're speaking directly to infringing on someone's paid product. I've heard reference this morning while listening, trying to catch up to see what's going on. I've heard reference to OnlyFans. Like you wouldn't be able to take someone's OnlyFans content and bring it over to YouTube and just give commentary to it and pretend that it doesn't work that way. If you're taking food off someone's plate, then that's about as big a no-no as you offer, really.
Millibars lower means a stronger storm. The surface wind associated with that measurement was actually about 36 knots, which indicates the sonde missed the center by a little bit. So the actual estimated minimum pressure now is 908 millibars. That's the lowest we've seen so far. Flight level winds in the dark salmon colors here were as high as 160 knots or 185 miles per hour from the aircraft. If you estimate what the surface wind is based on that, it's about 165 miles.
Jeez, that is, I mean, such foul. It's incredible what wind like that can do. Just rips everything to shreds. These fucking pilots, that's insane. What a job that guy has, or that lady has. It's probably a team of people in a plane running instruments and whatnot. I'm gonna say fuck that shit. You found lace candy in New York. Hey, D'Amico, good to see you. It terrifies me. Britt hasn't struck no one in months. We tell her to do, but she won't. What's the reality? If you can't tell her what to do, how the fuck am I going to? Well, the sane argument against striking someone is like, look, I don't want to strike anymore because that's just so bad for business. That can go on and result in who the fuck knows what. So nobody really wants that. I've always, for me and my channel, I've always been like, fuck it. Like if I'm just reviewing someone, it's worth the risk to me. Until you get struck 3 fucking times in a row, and then it's just like, okay, so I can't even win by playing by the rules. You know what I mean? Like it makes it impossible. It's like a fucking potato sack race. That's what it feels like. So, the smart thing to do is just preserve your shit and state facts and keep it moving, Yeah, sorry to sidetrack you, Sinner, with Hurricane. No, it's not a sidetrack at all. It bears. We should be talking about this. It's terrible. What's up, Huckop? Good to see you. Off to work and okay, bummer. Well, hopefully you catch the replay. Sorry if I didn't say hello to anyone. I'm trying to quickly catch up in chat because I get chatty myself and then it goes off the rails. Froggy says, my parents always checked ours, talking about the Halloween candy again. My parents always checked ours before we got any, and I also did to mine when they were younger. Yeah, just a smart thing. I mean, Patricia said that she went a step further and she checked between each house. I guess that makes sense logistically if you're out walking with the kids, right? But I mean, surely they can't return to the home after each house. I mean, I guess they could, but man, they'll end up walking 10 times more miles than all the other kids trick-or-treating. Oh yeah, troopers, did you go to Pig Fest? Speaking of pig, it says they usually pig out on any leftover candy. Oh wait, they really don't trick-or-treat anymore. My daughter does, but the boys don't. They usually pig out on any leftover candy that we had. That's what we all end up doing. A giant bag, and then it's just like, oh no, half is still left. That's, I mean, 175 miles per hour. They said 65 in here, but I mean, nothing stable. It probably flux up to even higher than that and just slightly lower than that as well. But in any case, it's terrifying. Now, let me see if I can find what? Hello, Grain. Someone just told me it was your birthday. Well, let me get rid of this for a second because back to the storm. I promise you, I'm hoping to get some from the island as the storm approached. So keep Jamaica in your prayers. Jeez, man. Welcome in everyone. But it's Grain's birthday, so we have to wait for her. Are you kidding me? One of the best in the business. It's always been an honor to have Grain around. She's badass. Words, and she got sharp elbows, so I just wouldn't fuck with her. Give me a second here. I was not prepared for this, but I won't sing, but I'll play the song. You guys feel free to sing. I mean, I would actually even recommend it if I can find it. There it is. If you know, you do know the words, so go ahead and sing along. Happy birthday, Grain. You're the fucking best. Happy birthday. How cool is that? You never ask a lady how old she is. I almost made that mistake. Let's see here. Let me get back in the chat. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure who Too Blunt Mimi is, but that's a great at. Let me see. I literally have to look at my phone, and the only way I can do it is if I click on your thing, just like a moderator would be able to, and then look at your channel. It sucks, dude. Anyways, let me get back in the chat for a minute. Sorry, I've been neglecting it. Everybody be sure to tell Grain happy birthday. Another trip around the sun survived. Let's see here. Yes, troopers, did you attend Pig Fest? Yes, pray that hurricane will lessen in intensity. It's a Category 5 now, but they say by the time it gets to Turks and Caicos, it should be a Category 1. So it is going to lessen or lose strength, but still, Jamaica's not. I mean, Jamaica doesn't care what's going to happen afterwards. They care about what's happening to them now. I look better in blue. Wait. Hold on, I gotta find Grain's chat here. I'm so my phone where I can control stuff is so far behind. Give me a sec. Good to see you, Cobb. I hope you're well. Yes, everyone, troopers, everyone wants to know. Oh, you are blue. Yes, okay. I thought for a second that somehow your wrench was gone. I'm like, what is happening now? That's all I need. Yes, happy birthday, Grain. How cool is that? Go make your jukebox request, folks. Yes, please do. It's my community wall. I wish there was some way in the future Did you guys see what's coming to chat? Oh my god! I think I sent this to, maybe it was summer, weeks ago, but I completely forgot to mention it to you. And I promise we'll have another look at the storm though. That needs attention, and we can do that. But at first, I just want to say, because I mean, many of you use YouTube often. What's coming to YouTube are voice comments. Underneath the videos, you'll be able to leave like 8-second voice responses. This is fucking crazy. And I don't think people understand how big of a deal this is. This is going to cause, first of all, it's going to cause absolute fucking chaos. I mean, because there are loopholes, like using copyrighted music in a trailer for a video it's of no concern, and it's actually great. It's like, I don't know, but being able to leave a message and tell someone to go fuck themselves, or or perhaps as YouTube is probably advertising it, to leave positive messages and comments, but it's going to be fucking chaos. Like, I mean, I'm anxious to see, because I'm in some small ways a fan of a little bit of chaos. I've never said I wasn't, but it's crazy. Let me see if I can find something that speaks to that. Actually, I forgot to mention it weeks ago. I did send the link to a couple of people, but it definitely bears having a look at, because it changes the game in such a weird way. And also, who can leave these? Who are able to leave these messages? Just anyone, like the general public? I mean, and who can respond in voice messages? Only the person whose channel it is, or anyone? Because it can become so crazy. I mean, just with how menacing and threatening people can be, imagine what could be left in a voice. Let's see. It was an official YouTube video too, so that's how if it wasn't, I would have questioned as to whether or not it was real. Let's see. Watch, now that I've spoken about it, I won't be able to find it. Let's see. Oh yes, here it is. Now it's been around in beta, I think, for like almost a year, but it's coming now to the general public. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Let's see. I'm gonna show you this real quick, and then we'll talk some more shit. Maybe we'll even listen into the buzzer over there. Over there, sitting on a poo-poo chair. Great, I've been obsessed with your pumpkin iced chai latte this year. With pumpkin iced chai latte. Or sorry, there's no latte in there at all. With pumpkin iced chai. Yo, sounds good. What's up, Joe? Good to see you. Sorry if I didn't say hello to anyone. I'm doing my best to scan the chat really quickly. Let's see.
Videos with audio. Each is turning your regular, ordinary comments into this. YouTube is testing out a new feature called Voice Replies, where
okay, you guys understand the context of this, right? So, like, after a video, or after a live stream, you can comment. Of course, this isn't going to be available, I don't believe, in live chats, but in any chats at all, it's bonkers. Like, or any comments at all, it's bananas. I mean, how many bag of D's messages can you leave before YouTube is like, all right, this guy's just oh, I'm so curious about this.
Creators can respond to comments on their videos with audio. And right now, only a small number of channels have it. So if you do...
Oh, I think maybe I misunderstood it. So I think they are saying, in fact, that it's me that can respond to your comments with the voice. Okay, that makes way more sense. But it's not like anybody that has YouTube channels responsible or has any fucking common sense at all. So, I mean, it can still go terribly bad, as you can imagine.
With audio. And right now, only a small word comments into this. YouTube is testing out a new feature called Voice Replies, where creators can respond to comments on their videos with audio. And right now, only a small...
Okay, so yes, it is creators. Okay. I can't do that. Listen, I really have no interest in doing that. I'd rather just reply. I mean, hey, Grandma Sherry. Hope you're having a spooky Halloween day, or sorry, October day. I'm anxious for Halloween. Hope you guys have your costumes. So I think, and tell me in chat again, I'm not sure if I missed it. Lamy says voice comments. Yes, I just don't abuse it. Yeah, right. If it's possible to be abused, it will be. You know the old cliche, if it can go wrong, well, what is it exactly? I know Grandma Sherry's smarter than I am if she's still listening. If it can go wrong, it will. That's actually not how the quote goes. The quote goes, if it can happen, it will happen. And that goes for good things as well. But definitely the vast wasteland that YouTube is, people, even creators themselves, will be leaving goofy fucking voice responses. A small part of me I'm kind of here for it. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's going to be hilarious. You probably won't catch me doing it often, if at all. Froggy says, I have black cats. Several of the ones outside are black, and Maddox, my inside kitty, is black. Black cats are supposed to be good luck, right? Yes, please hit the thumbs up. And thanks again, everyone, for being here. I know it's I kind of wasn't scheduled too far in advance, but we will be back tonight. I promise you, and we're going to be over at Cousin Charlie's. And we're doing the music show, and we'll do some reviewing too. I just don't want to get my channel struck. I mean, I'm in too good of a mood. I don't want to, we'll take care of it. I love any accents. Oh, I was so bamboozled by British accents in the past. You get the idea on this, though. It's a much longer video than it has to be.
Small number of channels have it. So if you do, you'll notice this little sound wave icon when replying to comments on your videos. All you have to do is tap that and you'll switch from text to recording your voice.
I don't even know if I have this. I don't think I do. I'm going to look right now, though. Let's see. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to look and see. I don't think so. I think I would have noticed if I was able to do this. Well, that's not going to work the one I'm live on, huh? Let's see. Made a lot of videos for this little Dusty channel. Oh, I need videos with comments on it, don't I? Oh, shit. There we go. Give me 1 sec. I'm just checking to see if I'm able to do this. I am not. Nope, I just have a timestamp capability, which is good. I have no interest in doing it anyways, but boy, what could go wrong? Sheesh, you don't want to hear my Aussie accent, lol. We kind of do, though. All right, now let's get back into the hurricane. I want to see. I'll see if I can find something. A radar, how much can we actually glean from that? I mean, let's see. I'll even see if there's any live webcams out there. There are some, but I don't want to get got on that. Let's see. 1 day ago, I'm not going to mess with Brian Hall. He does such great work. I don't want to fuck with him at all. I don't want to. Let's see. It seems like when you're searching for something like this, getting the freshest, the newest information is always so difficult to do. It's always like 5 hours ago. It's obnoxious, dude. Oh, the conspiracy theories are going nuts. What are we looking at here? It's just like some type of little village had some flooding. But I mean, Were there no news reports from this place, or what the hell? I will tell you, there are lots of channels live about this. If this is something that you're interested in, and I don't blame you for it. Like it's a captivating story. Here, I'll just show this just for a second. Oh, give me 1 second here. This is someone that has an interesting perspective. The storm's already gone through there here. Replays. I'm just going to show a few seconds of this because, of course, in accordance with fair use, educational purposes.
We have to hop by this. Look on the place. A trouble. All of a beer. Me no know how.
You can see how that could be definite trouble if this is your business or your home. Sheesh. I'm not going to show anything crazy and graphic, although you could tell from the weather radar itself that, you know, there's far more destruction that we're going to be seeing video and photos of. We don't need to do that here. You'll see it. It'll be jammed in your face for 24 hours before everyone forgets about it.
We're not going to do this, you know. You can tell, say, all of them places I got covered, you know. My sister, on the lockdown already. Me blows on skirt, manners.
What an accent. You were talking about liking accents. How about that? It really is a great accent.
Heel. Jamaica walk by. Who you say look like a year on the whole like safety boy? Yeah. Big up in my teacher. Yo.
You guys get the idea. I don't want to rip the content off so much. Let me tell you. I can tell you the name of this channel. Jamaica Walk By. 200 subscribers. Disaster in Jamaica. Hurricane Melissa floods Old Harbor Bay. Check them out. Out there risking themselves, filming their own community, suffering a natural disaster. We do want to hear your Aussie accent, though. Take it easy, Grandma Sherry. Peace. Musta says, yeah, I got different nanny when Nicole. Wait. Yeah, I'm different. Nanny when Nicole was here making the movie Australia, they would let Keith on site. Oh, I see you're talking to Nanny. I'm sorry. I'm confused. I was like, what? I thought he was just some drunk at the gate trying to get in. Oh, that's funny. Let's see here. What else is going on in the world? Just a brief summary thus far. Check your candy. Don't trust crackheads. Spooky Sarah said, Sinner, how was the rest of your night? It was so much fun. After I finished my live, well, my battery died. The battery pack that I bought, here's the problem that I experienced. The fucking thing was, I waited until I was like at 10% and plugged it in, and the fucking phone it wasn't charging as fast as it was using. So it died slower, but it still died. And then when I got home, I tested the battery pack, and it was still like 80% full. So it's not a capacity thing. I think I know what the problem is. I didn't bring the fucking cord that came with it. I used my own phone charger cord, and I think it's a different type of. I think that might be it. I'm going to test it again. If not, I'm going to return this battery pack and get myself one that maybe cost a few more bucks. I went with the cheap version, I'll be honest. So. That was it. I was out of battery. I was able, because I didn't feel comfortable taking holding my phone out on any of those roller coasters. They're vicious coasters. So before I left, I was able to use my Speedy Pass, which I was unable to use the whole time I was live because it was on my phone. So you can't tap the Speedy Pass and be live. It was a whole thing, but it was so much fun. I got on the last 3 coasters, and my Uber shuttled me away. That'll all be gone when they got to shelters. Pray they got the shelters. Yes, indeed. That was a fun stream for sure. Yes, there'll be more. There'll be more. I mean, we're going to have the Halloween stream. I think that's going to be a lot of fun too. And then next week, or the week after Halloween, I think November, we'll just go to a bunch of art galleries. I'm calling ahead to make sure I can have my camera in there and we can have get some culture up in this bitch and go check out some sculptures and paintings, you know. But don't worry, we're still going to be calling fucking the poo-poo chair rider queen out as often as we have to. Striking people, dude, striking people and then criticizing others for striking is, I don't know. It's entertaining, I guess. Get rid of that. Here. I'll pull it up on my phone and we'll listen to this dumpster of a human. Sometimes you just have to laugh. There's no other way around it. Oh yes, everybody, please make sure you're subscribed. I keep my subscriptions are a roller coaster. I'm up again today, kids, and then tomorrow I'll be down a couple. It's like whatever. But yes, thanks for letting me know it was Grain's birthday. She wouldn't have told us. And I hope you're happy ever. How about them Packers though? I know. Hey, they won. I said at the beginning, man. Like, of course I wanted my team to win, but fucking the Packers were just a far better team. My guys are overpaid and just not on the same page. But I also did say, Cheese, that I'm okay with it because even though my team lost yet again, they're still first in their division. So everything changes in the playoffs. We all know that. Or things, you know, things can change. Not that they do. So I'm still kind of hopeful. And it's because everybody in my division is trash. I mean, they're all like 2-5. It's bad, terrible. So it's not that my team's the best team. That we're just the least shitty team in our division. Cindy, can you do Halloween party at 9? Nope, I can't. No, because I'll be checking out Savage's Halloween party at 9. We're gonna do ours here from. Well, here's the option. Just tell me, what do you think? Because I mean, it makes a huge difference. It's up to you. It's for you guys, so it's up to you guys. You can do it from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m., or we can do it from like super late. I mean, like midnight East Coast time. Either way works for me. I got I'm just about finished decorating my corner that I'll be live from, so makes no difference to me. You help me help you. Hey, Lee Zimmerman, good to see you. It says it's striking to get rid of Britney's channels. Of course it is. Which is absolutely like expected, right? But what's unexpected is for those same people to criticize others for doing it. So it's some of the pettiest punk bitch shit I've ever seen. But I was really trying to come up with more clever words as to how I feel about people doing it. That's it. It's just a punk bitch move. There's no way around it. What's up, Mama Mac? I didn't see you in chat. I see someone saying hello to you, though. Crikey. If you're here, it's good to see you. Said Cheese is in the house. Cheese, make sure you get your request in over on the community wall. You decide. You need to decide and let people know. Late would be honestly be better for me. I'll be trick-or-treating with the kiddos from 6 to 8. Okay. I saw you, Hookom. I see you. Hey, you know what? I'll be honest with you, and this may sound like a cop-out. I love the Steelers, man. They're my team. Till death do us part type of relationship with my football team. But I'm secondary to that. I'm also a true lover of football. I love the sport. I love, the philosophy. I love watching snide little young quarterbacks fail at the beginning, and just get traded into obscurity after being give it everything they want their whole life. I do. I love so much about football. So with that being a fact, having Green Bay come to my city, and even though we lost, it's like legendary teams. Like I said, they've got 10 championships amongst them. The original part of the original American Football League, both of them. My team wearing their 1933 throwback uniforms. It's just, and guess what my team was called back? They're the Pittsburgh Steelers now. Back in 1933, does anybody guess what they were called? Maybe things will make more sense. The Pittsburgh Pirates. Arg. So it was a great football experience, anyways, and I can separate that from being absolutely fucking livid that my team played the way they did. But hey, whatever. I don't know. I hope for them to get their shit together, but what can you do? Shout out Green Bay and the Cheeseheads. It was a well fought game. The quarterback Love over there in Green Bay, he sat on the bench between Aaron Rodgers for 3 years until he got his shot. And difficult to be in the shadows of such a great historic quarterback, not just an active player, but one of the best quarterbacks that ever lived. And boy, did he outlive the shadow last night. He crushed it. His fights several times, which was, kind of expected. But I spoke with friends that were in the stadium, and they made it clear to me that all that fighting and bullshit that the players were doing on the field, that wasn't happening in the stands. Everyone was getting along. Good sportsmanship, handshakes, high fives, some ribbing, of course. You guys suck, whatever. Have a, whatever. It's good sportsmanship. Aaron Rodgers is funny. Well, here's another thing as well, which is it kind of displeases me, but it also I respect it. Is the fact that he said just a couple of days ago that this is Aaron Rodgers, my quarterback, former quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. So it's complicated already. But he said he's going to retire commemoratively with the Green Bay Packers, which means at the end of the season, if he, no matter what happens with his season, he's going to become do a one-day contract and retire with his team. Yes, he was his mentor. Yes. Which is cool, but you don't want to hear that shit. And then he's out on the field, hugging all these guys. It's like I want my quarterback to hate the other team. I want my quarterback to want to drink the other team's complete milkshake. So aside from that, it's great sportsmanship, great football. I wish they didn't. Both sides last night got pretty embarrassing with the cheap shots and just punching each other in the helmet and shit. Come on, dude. The NFL is getting really good at not showing us most of that, though. It's kind of funny. Let's see. I think my team plays the Commanders tonight. Oh, yes. There's a couple games that are playing in overseas as well. I think there's one coming up in Berlin, and there's one in, is it Madrid? I think it's Madrid. Both those games are, I think, early in the morning, which is cool. Fun. It's fun. I like those weird time games a lot more sometimes, something to look forward to, offbeat. Give me 1 second. I'll pull up the sleaze ball over there, and just for shits and giggles, as they say. You weren't able to catch it, Hook? Bummer. I went and got myself a Peacock subscription just to watch it. Now I'm stuck with another $11 a month bill. But I had to. I mean, there was no option. I'm not going to not watch the game. Chiefs play tonight. Okay. Oh, that'd be a good game. I'll be watching that shit. I'll probably go live. Well, probably be on Charlie's tonight at 8:30 or 9 for the radio show. I'll schedule it once I'm done here. Packers were loud. Well, yeah. Well, did you notice that, by the halfway through the third quarter, the Steelers fans were let's beat traffic. So, I mean, that's what happens when they're that disappointed. They don't hang out and boo their own team the way Philadelphia does. In Pittsburgh, we just go home. We're just like, all right, guys, catch you next week. which is in a lot of ways respectful. It's like leaving an argument before you say something that you regret, if that makes any sense. Like I said, it was pretty contentious on the field, so a lot of times that has a tendency to spill over into the vibe of the crowd. But thankfully, people were in such good spirits, because let's face it, these Green Bay Packer fans that were in the stadium are either from Pittsburgh, or they live in Pittsburgh now and they're from Green Bay, or they traveled all the way from Green Bay, Wisconsin, to come to Pittsburgh to watch their team play. And a night game, Sunday night games are always a bigger deal under the lights, so to speak. So I think by all accounts it was good for sports, even though my fucking team lost. I hope that's clear. But we'll pull up the buzzard here. It's so funny how she started live. I was only able to, and I'm not saying this to be cool guy, because if I have time I'll listen to as much of it as possible. But I truly only had time to listen to the beginning of this, and it cracked me up. It was just by itself, it was fucking hilarious. Hakab says, for fuck's sake, they seriously put the games on a different streaming service each week. I know, it's brutal. The only reason I have fucking Netflix is because the Super Bowl was on Netflix, and I just haven't canceled it yet. But what I've done, I just shared the password with a couple of people, so that way at least somebody gets use of it. Put it on a different streaming service each week, and it's so annoying. It's become expensive just watching from home. I know. Well, if I guess what I can do is just walk over and get a digital antenna for my fucking smart TV and just pull it in satellite, and then you'll get most channels. Like, at least in your local market, you'll get your home team. But without that, you depend on apps. So I had to pay $11 to watch my home team play at home in the city where they're playing. It's a bit of a farce, to be honest. All right, let's see. Give me 1 sec. You guys got to hear this fucking crazy asshole. Like, what a maniac! Like, every day that goes by that anybody believes anything from Queen Bee's mouth is another day that I'm just perplexed. It makes no sense to me. Everything is bullshit. And more of it today, and I'll show you a perfect example, or I'll play a perfect example of that for you. It's going to take me just 1 second to get a decent timestamp, if you can bear with me. Last week Packers were on NFL ticket. Nope for me. See, that's bullshit, man. I mean, you can only game the system and set up so many trial subscriptions, and then you lose track of those, and it becomes a mess. All of a sudden it's $80 from your bank account. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Trust me, I know. It looks like her live stream's over, but I'm still not going to use that heifer's fucking video. I don't have to. Why would I? Let's see. Oh, is it gone? That's unfortunate. Oh no, it's still here. Man, these fucking 40-minute intros are psychedelic, man. Who lives their life that way? All right, you guys ready? I'll leave the background music on. I do apologize. The only way I can properly do, or the only way I'm set up to do this is if I hold my phone up to the microphone on my Chromebook here. So that's why oftentimes when I'm playing something from my phone, they're so much louder than me. So I'll do my best to try to get it close, but it's nearly impossible with the setup. So this heifer is going to be a lot louder than me, like always. Also, QB, eat a bag of dicks. In case nobody told you that today.
Shit today. Figured out because.
Listen how she starts her live stream. This is hilarious.
Yo, what's happening? Sorry, I was waiting to get some stuff figured out.
Dude, just coming in hot with the fucking excuse. Sorry, I was waiting, trying to get something figured out. Hopefully she's not handing out Halloween candy this year. Fucking giving kids, passing out joints and shit. The fuck?
Because Lauren decided she was going to be on some fuck shit today.
Dude, another one of these just like nonsense. An absolutely trashy woman, dude. Trashy human being. Trashy fucking trash. Trashy me trash. You start a live stream, say hello to people. Say hi. Say what's going on. Oh, this is not. I'm not even. This isn't even a snipe. This is not even from. That live stream ended. Dude, she's got. Listen, what she got. This bitch is out of her fucking mind. Let me just tell you what she's got. Hashtagged in this video. Cyber stalked. Lauren Matthias. Hidden true crime. Cyber stalked. Bitch, you already wrote that one. Hashtag Lauren Matthias. You already did that one. Hidden true crime. It's just like she just. Hashtag stalking. Hashtag CrimeCon. Hashtag doxing. Hashtag abuse of the courts. Hashtag restraining order. Dude, all of this applies to her and her fucking predatory cyber stalking ass on the internet. This is fucking hilarious, dude. This is like going to fucking Jeffrey Dahmer's Instagram page and he's got fucking hashtag lunch break, hashtag tea time. Unbelievable.
Hey, and be a little asshole. Yep, I'm gonna say it. You were an asshole.
Hey, I'm gonna say it, QB. You are an asshole.
That was a real asshole move that you just pulled.
Okay, keep in mind, dude. Just so we're all on the same page. Is everybody in? If you're just coming in, get close. Get close. Listen to this. This is a useless fucking YouTuber who is just struck somebody for in complete use of fair use. Struck somebody just out of vanity, just because her big dumpster feelings got hurt. It's the craziest shit ever. And guess what she's doing here? She's criticizing someone else for doing the exact same thing, dude. So what's the news? What's the breaking news here? Garbage, garbage, garbage. Queen Bee is garbage.
Why would you strike Crusher? Why would you do that, Lauren? Why would you do that? Good morning, coming in hot. Coming in hot. Because fuck you, Lauren, for that.
That's her greeting to her subscribers. Good morning, coming in hot. I mean, what's up, T-Bird? Good to see you. I saw your request over there. Just a friendly reminder, please get your request in for tonight's Sinners Jukebox over on Cousin Charlie's channel. Cousin Charlie Productions presents Sinners Jukebox. I hope you guys can join us. We'll talk more shit, and we'll actually review some of this with the video as well. It's it's a lighter slamming good time, I tell you what. We'll listen to just a couple more minutes.
Fuck you for real. Listen, baby, you can't silence everybody, okay? I want you to know
that. Listen, baby, you can't silence everybody. The bitch that all she does from the time she wakes up in the morning until the time she hits the last rock at the end of the night, all she's doing is trying to silence people. Hey, silence these nuts. Where are the receipts, you crazy asshole? Dude, 300 grand. Is everybody okay? So you guys are good with that? You okay? Everyone's good with that all of a sudden. All right. I'm not. I mean, nope.
right fucking now. We see through your bullshit. Oh, fuck. Live it, girl. I can't. Does anybody have this live recorded? Does anybody have Crush's live recorded? Or does anybody have what I need? Does anybody have what I need?
Dude. I tell you what. I'm so thankful that I'm not such a despicable, low-life, white trash fucking human being like this one. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. What a dredge on society. She is what's wrong with this country. Fuck. Dude. What's up, Angie Horvath? Good to see you. Well, isn't that special? Yeah, this is I've never, and I got to stop saying that. It's not often that you see someone that's so blatantly hypocritical. Like, I mean, this is the reason that the fucking word was even invented, dude. Trash. Queen Bee is trash.
Anybody have any way to get it? Right, Monday's already acting up, coming in hot.
Coming in hot. This is a 40-year-old woman, dude. Coming in hot. Dude. Exactly right. Reality wins. You get it.
Girl, listen. Milky Way girl, we must have watched the same video. I know she speaks harshly about the Ramsey family. Well, let me just tell you.
Does anyone else find it tripped out how she tries to personalize everything? Like she'll be talking, like, for instance, her distraction from showing the receipts from her con job the last couple days, maybe week or so, has been this Lauren Matthias hidden true crime. Understandably, it's something to talk about, but how convenient. So how many days do you think will go on? Like, and this is a sincere question. I'm not being it's not rhetorical at all. It's a legit question. How many days and how many things have to be made up, and how many people is she going to strike before like a bunch of people stand up and say, all right, now enough time has passed. You should have your receipts from your lawyer. What the actual fuck? Or, and be honest with me, I could take it. Do you think no one is ever going to fucking even give a flying shit that she did that? Mommy says, I reckon that Annie in chat 2 weeks ago was QB herself, Timmy planting a red herring on gambling, but wouldn't put it past her blowing thousands on slots or poker. Yeah, who knows? I mean, she probably is a wretched gambling addict. Blackmail, find my blackmail. I miss Brittany J because I fall asleep watching her. When will she be back on YouTube? It only takes a week, Victoria. And I'm sorry if you have a different screen name. YouTube's doing that thing where I can just see your ad. So I would assume if it happened yesterday, 1 week. It's 1 week time, and then it takes 7 days for you to be able to go live again. It takes 10 days for the video that was falsely struck to go back up. But with how often Brittany deletes her live streams anyways, she might not put it back up, but she will be able to in 10 days. And that's 10 business days as well, Monday through Friday. So it could take 15 days in reality, but it'll come back up. You're able to go live after 7 days, whether it was a legit strike or not. Let's see here. Was it Dana Carvey on SNL who said that? Now I'm 3 minutes behind the chat, so I'm not sure. I love Dana Carvey, and I know most of his skits, but I'm not sure what you're asking. What he said. Isn't that special? Yeah. Ain't that special? Yes. That was him, the church lady. That's too good. I wonder if I could find that quickly. SNL's pretty gnarly about using their stuff, but we can watch a tiny quick clip of it. Yeah, you can tell, like, you type in church lady and it's only SNL has it, so it's dangerous. I could show a second of it though. Let's see. Yeah, I remember this. It was a genius. Perfectly crafted, perfectly caters to the system that is SNL. And then we'll get back to the buzzer. We'll listen to a little more. Just she triples down on criticizing someone for doing what she does on a weekly basis. Boo. Boo. Boo to the Hive. Queen Bee is garbage. Still no content. Just talking shit on people. How about them receipts, though? She said she'd be back next Sunday. And in the meantime, I don't have her links for this, but if anybody does, let me know and I'll share them. I guess she's going live on TikTok. So there is, I mean, I understand some people's hesitation to go to a new platform. I don't use TikTok, but I don't want that to dissuade you from watching someone that you want to watch, in any fucking way. Let's see here.
And now it's time.
This is Church Chat. Well, a pleasant good evening. My first guest is the College Bible Student of the Year and
So this is Dana Carvey as the church lady from SNL. Hopefully we can catch the catchphrase before we get a copyright.
President of the Christian Youth Activity League. Please welcome Jenny Baker.
Hi, church lady.
Hi, Jenny. So good to have you here. Now, Jenny,
Let's see. One second. We'll get this right.
I've got to ask you a question. With all these sexual scandals going about, Gary and Donna, Jimmy and Jessica, I had a little tongue twister there. Well,
I don't agree when I meet God in heaven.
go to a place slightly warmer. Now, Jenny, after last week's Sunday service, I have out the back door of the church with Minister Bob.
Out of town.
Well, how convenient.
I don't want to get in trouble for playing that. I have a lot of respect for SNL, so I don't want to do that. But you get the idea. Just search Church Lady in SNL's official YouTube page. Piggity pops right up. That's the first thing that comes up. It's just not worth the risk. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you so much, Queen Bella. There's Brittany J's TikTok link if you do want to watch her. I don't have TikTok either. I deleted that shit from the phone. It's never been on my Chromebook. It's just not my thing, man. It's just not. I'd rather watch like 8-hour-long videos of a bear just like sitting in a river catching fish. For real. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. But if you do need your Brittany J fix, that's where you can go get it. I guess the haters are still screen sniping from there. These people are just relentless. I mean, there's no other word. Relentless, I always thought like had some like positive connotations. That is to say, like people that don't back down. I mean, I respect that characteristic in people, except when they're just bad people, and then it's just a very undesirable, desirable characteristic. You know what I mean? He also did Amazing George. Yes, he did, and so did Will Ferrell. Standing up by the fence, that shit was so funny. All right, let's listen to a couple more minutes of this maniac Queen Bee fucking criticizing someone for doing what she does for a living, strike people to silence them. 1 second.
This is what we do not like. We do not like tragedy pimps. We do not like people that.
Dude, she's telling people that she doesn't like herself. You know what? I don't know how to keep track of who's new at the Hive, but this is what's going on, man. She's trying to convince people over there that she's not, in fact, a tragedy pimp, and she is. She exploits missing and deceased children for money. That's what she does for a living. And on the side, she collects photographs of everybody's children and grandchildren in workplaces and sends people to people's houses. But her full-time job, the meat and potatoes, so to speak, is definitely her grifting off of crimes. The more violent, the more sexually driven, the more money. That's just what she does for a living. She, in fact, is a tragedy pimp, sitting on a panel saying, "See what we don't like. See what we don't like." Holy shit, dude! Only on YouTube.
fucking, use these families for clout to make money on and, build their channels on and treat them like straight absolute shit. And then when they come out
well, good Lord. Is she describing her own platform? She's describing her own source of income, dude. This is fantastic. What a garbage human being.
speak out on you and tell people what you're doing and how you've been treating them, you strike them the fuck down. Who do you think you fucking are, Lauren? You would.
You guys hear what I hear, right? Who the fuck does she think she is when she does the same shit? She actually thinks she's a better person than this Lauren Mathias person. And just, I mean, come on. You could say whatever about a gossiping person, a catty person, someone that doesn't handle their shit right. It's completely different than a violent fucking narcotics delivering fucking menacing goon predator like Queen Bee on the internet. Like, it's not the same thing. She's talking to this woman as though they're some type of peers, like they're associates or something. Like they both work at the fucking as fry cooks together or something. It's so cute. It's so cute. What a fucking loser.
Dr. John. Dr. Johnny boy. You guys are really gonna fight the internet like this? Are you serious? Bro, get your popcorn. We got time. We will have another
Of course she has time because she has zero actual content to provide to the people that are members and subscribers of her channel. She's a fucking tabloid, dude. I tell you what, if her channel was ever printed onto any kind of fabric or paper, I would hope it would be toilet paper. So at least we can wipe our ass with it. I mean, that's essentially the value of the Hive and the QB's channel. It's like fucking social media toilet paper.
fucking crying series by the time we're done. There will be another Grayson recording Lauren in the bed crying.
Of course, she has to go to a situation where someone's in a bed crying because she's a sadist and physically gets off on other people's pain. I mean, that's just been proven by her own actions and words, man. I don't need a weatherman to tell me which way the fucking wind blows.
Let me drop this link. I can't believe she did this.
Keep in mind that she just did exactly the same thing. Exactly. For the same reasons, out of vanity, out of being embarrassed. Ew.
She sure as hell did. Took her fucking live down while everybody was watching it. It was off.
Took her fucking live down while everybody was watching it. Well, is that precisely, exactly what you did? Yep, sure is. That's why this is the fucking Twilight Zone.
Talking about it, watching it. So if anybody's got it recorded, please send it to my email. I have somebody.
She doesn't do any work at all. It's all catered to her. Her thumbnails, her graphics, her intro song. None of it's original. None of it she made up herself. She has produced zero. All she does is take. She's a subtractor, not an additioner, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
That has it, but it's taken a while to upload. So if anybody has it uploaded or anybody has it, please send it my way. Yeah, it was. I don't know if she struck Colby. I have no idea. I know I got a privacy strike this morning, but that could be from anybody, so.
It wasn't me.
Good Lord, she lost 2,000 subs from that stunt. Well, she gonna lose a lot more,
See, this lady's actually concerned about who's losing subscribers or what. She's going to lose a fucking fraud by deception fucking class action lawsuit against her fucking stank ass. But hey, don't look at me. Look at them. Okay.
Opinion. She's gonna lose a lot more, that's for sure.
Always chaos with the dogs and the lighter abuse going on. That's her dead air. It might be time for second lunch here. I don't know what's going on. Sound like her dogs.
Well, yeah, he's been being used. Kobe's been being used.
So it sounds like her dogs were barking out for help. What's up, Randa Smith? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Just a friendly reminder, please hit the thumbs up, guys. It does help the channel a ton. Double check to make sure you're subscribed. And also, go to my community wall and make sure you get your request in. Any song you want, if I can find it, I will definitely play it. What I do, for those of you that aren't familiar, is I go into my community wall, I bust out my notebook, and I write down all the songs, and I try to put them in some type of logical order as to not have music clash too badly together. Childhood fantasies of being a radio DJ. I'm not that good at it. You guys will see, but we do have fun and have some laughs. And we'll throw a little drum in there too, because I'm going to review some of this live stream that I'm showing audio or sharing audio of. I will look at some of the video as well. She is getting dangerous. I agree. I concur. And all we can do is continue to keep up the good fight. It's fuck the hive over here, no matter what.
Running Bear said I unsubbed. How many people in here unsubbed? I did. I'm not.
How many people over here unsubbed from Queen Bee since she has refused to show receipts for the $300,000 she scammed off everybody? I mean, Laura Perplex called CPS. That's a terrible thing, but that's not $300,000, and that's even in that. And look, she's gonna misperceive this as me giving her some type of shine. I'm not. But listen, hear me out. Laura Perplex called CPS on one of her YouTube enemies. It's a terrible thing to do. Very well could have traumatized children as a result. Terrible thing to do. Totally agree with that. Everyone agrees that's a terrible thing to do. But that isn't. I think what QB has done is even worse than that. Hear me out. I know this might be controversial to some people, but this is why I think it's worse. Because that fucked up thing that Laura did wasn't deceiving people's confidence in the way of saying, oh, I'm a single mom and I need help. And, basically just suckering everyone into coming along with something that you cooked up in order to make tons of money off of it. They're both fucked up for sure. But it's just, okay, the reason that I even draw any comparison to that at all, and that's just one example, I can give dozens. It's the age-old question around here: who is allowed to get away with what? Is it merely a matter of like whoever has the more subscribers can say whatever they want, do whatever they want, or does it have something to do with like these self-imposed gatekeepers that are around that are saying, oh, well, this person did this and it's fucked up, but this person did the same thing and we're just not going to talk about that? I really, these things I do think about. She's talking about Lauren Matthias or Hidden True Crime. I struck some other lady's channel. I'm not sure of the exact context of it, but I guess the lady was simply reviewing her. So Lauren got in her feelings. It was an ego thing, and looks like she struck her as a result of that. Now, that's a troublesome thing that occurs, which should be criticized. But here we have this poo-poo chair, Queen Bee, sitting over there criticizing Lauren for doing this when she herself just did the exact same thing. So it's nothing less than hypocrisy. And it's nothing more than hypocrisy. It's just, unadulterated fucking hypocrisy directly in everyone's face. And the reason I bring it up is not only because it's always fuck the hive here, but I find it, I find it interesting and notable that everybody seems to be cackling about Hidden True Crime doing this striking, but meanwhile, the Queen Poo Poo chair over there just does it on the regular, and everyone seems to just accept it for a norm. Like, that's just what she does. Well, that shit's not okay. It's not okay for anyone to do. So maybe that should be the vibe. It's not just bad because Lauren did it. It's bad when anyone does it. That's my point. And to have the fucking balls to sit here and talk and criticize someone else doing it when you yourself just did it it's a sign of mental illness and just complete lack of integrity. Like complete void of any integrity has Queen Bee. Just none. Zilch, dude. Hello, Amanda Oliver. I have to look and see. I can't tell who you guys are from your screen names. As you can see, it's just showing your @ symbol. But thanks so much for being in here. I appreciate you. Sorry if I missed anyone. We're just listening to a bit of this buzzard, and then we'll listen to a couple tunes, and we'll be out of here. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I'm going to focus most of my energy today on the radio show tonight. So please be there for that. I'll whip up some new graphics. We'll have fun. We'll have some laughs. Sometimes you just got to sit back and watch it burn, like it get comfortable.
Won't lie, it's a while though. I'll go. Netflix special coming soon. The Rise and Fall of Lauren M. I'll tell you what, this is some Betty BJ bullshit. I know that much.
Oh boy, every fucking road in that woman's misfiring brain goes back to Betty or Brittany. Ugh, every single road leads back to that for her. That's her whole life.
She lost 2,000 followers so far. You know what? Y'all should have grabbed a screenshot now, because I'm sure it'll drop some more. Tammy says,
how many of you guys used to be subscribed to QB? Anybody? I mean, you could be honest. You don't have to. Come on. You could, just between us, I won't tell anybody. Tell me if you were at one point subscribed to QB, and if so, have you unsubscribed? I guess you don't even have to tell me that. I'm just curious. What's up to Crafty Gypsy? Good to see you. What's happened with Britt? Well, QB got into her ego problem. That, the same ego that's gotten her arrested for delivering narcotics, and the same ego that thought she could sell liquor to children, and the same ego that thinks it's smart to say on a live stream that she's going to give joints to fucking missionary fucking people that at the abando across the house from her. Like, QB got emotional and struck Brittany J. Now, if you scroll up in the chat, you'll see a link to Brittany J's TikTok where she's been going live from. I haven't been there because I don't tick or talk. And just to make a distinction here, I'm not criticizing her for going live. This is how she makes a living. She's got to keep it going somehow. So there's that. And it being true that QB just struck Brittany J, it's bananas that she's sitting up here criticizing another lady for doing the same thing. Now, let me make it clear. From the best of my knowledge, they both did exactly the same thing, and it's both a garbage move. But why does one get so much attention and the other one just gets overlooked? I'm asking for my friends.
I did after the stunt she pulled. I unsubbed a long time ago. Yeah, I can't believe it. I cannot believe the way they're acting right now.
This beast, this animal from the pits of hell, this sludge bucket of a human being. I just can't believe how they're acting. These people are acting so crazy. I can't believe she acts worse than everybody, dude. And somehow she still has this frazzled look upon reality that she actually thinks she has some type of moral high ground that she could sit anywhere, let alone on a shit chair, and criticize anyone about anything. She criticizes bad parenting. That's not going to work. We know who you are. When she criticizes other people's marriages, that's not going to work. We know who you are. Like, what the fuck, dude? She just lies, and everyone's just like, thank you, sir. May I have another? Not this guy. Not us. I mean, fuck. Must have said, I often get gifted membership to QB. Yeah, a lot of people do. What's up, Lindsay Rose? Good to see you. Patricia, you were. Randa said never. Amanda Oliver said never. I was. I'll admit, but mostly as a looky-loo. Yeah, a lot of people get gifted memberships to that trash heap. The Hive is absolute garbage. It's a complete channel that exploits missing and deceased children. The only thing important there is the gossip of the moment and money. More specifically, money. Spooky Sarah says, I've never once been subscriber of hers. I've been around long enough that I didn't know who she was, so I didn't know any better. Used to be, but I didn't care for she slams everyone, so I unsubscribed. Lindsay Rose says, I unsigned, unsubbed, spell check. I got you. Michelle 420 says, yes, I've gotten gifted mass memberships I used to watch. So while she sits there and talks about other people losing support for realizing the low quality of character of the person that they thought they were supporting, a great person, it turns out they're just white trash, grifter, tragedy pimps like Queen Bee. Like it becomes like almost surreal, almost like it's as though I'm fucking like I'm an extra in the background, like in a David Lynch movie. Like there's no way this could be real. There's no way this low quality person, this striker of channels, this doxer, is going to sit there and criticize other people for doing that. That's bizarre, dude. That's bizarre to me.
Cannot believe it.
That's her dead air. I'm waiting for something. Come on, you old lawnmower.
That's all right. She has another live that we're gonna play, and that's all right. We'll just go.
That's okay. We'll just play someone else. We'll just play another version of someone else's content, having zero. I also unsubscribed from Hidden True Crime recently, and I respect that. I mean, honestly, as crazy as people think that I am, I actually do pay attention, and I form of course, I'm going to give you my quick opinion about what I know. But if I learn something new that for any fucking intelligent person would change my stance on it, like you just have to adapt. Like you have to adapt and overcome. If you get stuck too rigid and just, being a contrarian, that's not going to work. It doesn't work for me. I've lost confidence in Hidden True Crime as well. But look at this. I was never subscribed to her to begin with. I had no idea who. She looked faintly familiar just from being around true crime as long as I have been, but I didn't know. Couldn't tell you who she was. But now I know way too much about her. That's just the way YouTube is. I perceived her as being bullied. I didn't have full context. I certainly didn't watch that whole 9-hour live stream of hers, and I've only watched bits and pieces since then. But as the old adage goes, when someone shows you who they are, you should go ahead and believe them. So that's my official opinion. But I have to also urge to warn you that like any of that shit that's been going on, whether it be happening to her or her doing it herself or the way it's being consumed and reviewed, I think we're running a real life genuine risk at normalizing any of it. Because for real, none of this shit is normal. Showing up to restaurants that people are at, or getting a restraining order, then just trying to hustle someone out of a bar or restaurant because you want to be there and you're being petty. All of that, none of that is normal. And we run a real risk at reviewing this. Trust me, the bad guys are paying attention because they always want to know what more they can get away with. You heard? Sincerely, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Like the bad guys are paying attention to see where the line is, what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. They don't do unacceptable things because they don't want to do unacceptable things. The only thing that keeps these animals in line is the backlash that they'll receive if they do this or that. That's it. I mean, that's it's not a moral compass or boundaries or anything like that. No. These people like Queen Bee, they get away with what they're permitted to get away with. That is to say, if their subscribers and the people that send her fucking money permit the doxing of children and the sending of people's houses and criticizing people for doing exactly what you do yourself, like so long as it's an acceptable thing, then it's going to happen. But we run a risk here with this situation, and I'm sure this has been happening forever, but there's a big shine on it now. There's a big spotlight on it. So we should pay attention. The bad guys are trying to redraw the lines and the boundaries so that whenever they start showing up to where you are, when they're in the same restaurant as you, taunting you, they could say, oh, well, I could be wherever I want, right? The same people that say, oh, this person took a fucking train across the country through this little garbage town that I live in, and that's some indication of stalking. Again, that's Queen Bee's mental disorder. It's got nothing to do with me. They're distinctly different things. Mad cow disease is real, yes. If QB doesn't like Britney, why just leave her alone and move on? She can't. She's too prideful. She's too obsessed. And she has I've said this, and I guess people just don't hear me. She has an impulse control issue. Like most of us get mad, and instead of just saying the first thing on our mind or doing the most spiteful thing right away, we try to sit with it at least for a couple seconds in our mind. Those seconds that we have, she does not have. So that's the danger. And this is not just with her words, but this is with her menacing and threatening, and historically with her lifetime of being violent to other human beings, physically attacking people. That's just who she is. And she's 40. It's not like it's something she's going to grow out of. That's just what she is. She's a result of being raised by people that didn't take the time to actually care for her or give her any type of home training or any kind of social, she doesn't have a bag of tools like most of us have to deal with strangers and to deal with having our feelings hurt or whatever kind of temperamental adult daycare temper tantrum that fucking hippopotamus is having that day. She doesn't have the tools to deal with anything the way other adults like us do. So as a result, she pulls out her hammer and she just smashes. It's a true sign of lack of intellect. It's a glaring example of someone with incredibly low self-esteem, not very smart. She didn't graduate, which is no knock on anyone. Some of the most successful people I know didn't graduate high school. But for her, she ain't one of them. She's not one of those people. She's a dropout for good reason because she probably just couldn't hack it. Definitely rebelled. She probably hated all of her teachers. Just look at how she talks about teachers nowadays. Just all around garbage. Navy Phoenix once said, and I'm sorry I don't know your screen names because I got her up on my phone, so I can't even look. But thanks everyone for being here. Hit the thumbs up, please. I also want to subscribe for Bird Toast too. Her hypocritical attitude was off the chains. Yeah, she's fucking garbage. Hey, Burnt Toast, fuck you. That's all I can say about that. Absolute garbage. That bitch just said a couple days ago that I'm stalking a 14-year-old girl. And the reason she's saying this is because I showed her con man friend, Queen Bee's police report. They're leaving bruises on children. Like, what the fuck? Wait, you're more concerned about me showing that police report than you are concerned about her doing that, aren't you, Burnt Toast? That's fucking creepy. You bitches are creepy. Bunch of man-hating, baby-sniffing weirdos, dude. Just looking for the next person online that you can make fun of for money. Despicable. Burnt Toast, you're just about as bad, if not worse, than fucking all of them, dude. Complete trash. No, her whole content is sniveling and giggling at people with mental disorders. And then she struck gold with BHB's lawsuit. Garbage. Absolute garbage. And she, in addition to that, she's a racist sympathizer, which is just, it just gets worse the more you learn about her. Burnt Toast, fuck you. For real. And the racist horse you rode in on. Patricia said, I haven't been following the hidden true crime drama, so I'm unsure what Lauren has done. I thought she was getting stalked. That's what I thought as well, but it looks like she was more of an active participant in a back and forth, being petty and whatnot. And most recently, she struck some lady's channel who was simply reviewing her. This just happened yesterday. And this is QB reviewing Laura doing that bitch-ass move and striking another channel, whilst she just struck someone, that being Brittany J herself, yesterday as well. So it's like, what? What the hell? What's up, Sandwich? There you are. Someone gifted you a membership. Yeah, it happens a lot. I don't get one because I'm a branded channel, thank God. I told you her ass was drama. Well, yeah. What a warm welcome. Thanks, guys. You made my day better. How far behind in chat? I'm 4 minutes behind. That ain't so bad. To be honest, I don't know who most of you guys are. I laughed my eyes. Name change. I know it fucks me up so much, and I do apologize if it's someone that's in here since day one, and I don't know. Because okay, Froggy. Everyone else is strangers. I'm randomly hugging, laughing my ass off. We know that. All right, let's just listen to a couple more minutes. This fucking garbage can Queen Bee, just a garbage YouTuber.
I want to go through this one, so give me just a minute, and then on my little bumbles, go let our other little bumbles know we're live, that I'm in here. The music is done playing. They can come back. Some of them will say, I'm coming back when the music is done. Okay, baby, no biggie.
This is her talking about people criticizing her garbage, fucking trash ass 40-minute intro. She's telling people, I don't care how much money you spend here, you come back after the music.
I understand. It's okay. Al Gypsy says, I unfollowed her after 9 hours. You know what? And you know what, though? Listen, she's on a striking spree. I hope Turtle Boy's careful.
Dude, she's talking about a striking spree and wishing Turtle Boy to be careful after that bitch been screaming and stomping around her poo-poo chair that he should be put in prison. Zero platform. She just goes whatever the fucking way the wind blows, man. It doesn't matter. Moral compass? What moral compass?
Hope anybody, Jay's careful. Anybody that's covering her, just be careful, you know?
You know. Oh, we know. We know. Dude, this is fucking gaslighting, dude. To sit there and tell people to be careful of false strikes, dude, when all she does is false strike people. This fucking personally offends me. I gotta be real with you. This bitch is out of her mind. Not only does she know she's wrong, but she just doesn't give a fuck, dude. Doesn't give a fuck because people will still buy her blunts, dude.
She is out here on some bullshit. That is for sure. Difficult Research is her name. She just hit 15K sub.
Come on, lady. Come on. Is that what you got? Start that old fucking lawnmower back.
So this is the live we started playing yesterday. I'm going to play it now and go over it. If anybody knows,
all right, we're not going to do that, but I'll skip ahead and see if we'll play roulette. I'll just skip ahead to see if there's anything worth looking at. Oh, it looks like she's reviewing Turtle Boy. Dude, she hated Turtle Boy. I mean, hated Turtle Boy. Now she loves him because he agrees with her. I can't with that. That's enough of that for me. Fuck. That hurts my fucking brain, dude. Like, everyone should be listen, it doesn't take a genius to just observe the situation with that dumpster and just realize that it's all fucking bullshit. Like, I have serious questions for anybody that believes anything she says at all. It's just, here we are another Monday. Guess still no knock on my door like she's been promising for 2 years. Fuck. But hey, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to check in with Marlo Anderson. That's what we did, so we're going to do that right the fuck now. My bad. I meant to do that earlier. And then I'm going to see if there's any updates on the hurricane that I can share with you guys. Boy, oh boy. Let's see. National Day Calendar, Marlo Anderson, reminding you to celebrate every day. Ooh, this is a good one for October 27th too. Perfecto. Let me see. Pull this up for you. I love this one. This is the best National Day we've had in a while. Let me get rid of this. Give me 1 second. I want to get rid of the Halloween music. I just wish it was all on one panel for me to just easily manipulate where I need to go and what to do. It's not. It's spread out all over the fucking place. Tell us all about it, Marlo.
They are the mysterious and often misunderstood felines that both invoke fear and an incredible urge to say, ah. October 27th is National Black Cat Day. Black cats have a fascinating history, often associated with superstition and folklore. In some cultures, they are considered symbols of bad luck, while in many others, they represent good fortune and prosperity. Despite their beautiful and unique charm, they are often the last to be adopted from shelters, a fact this day aims to change. It encourages us to dispel myths and appreciate these wonderful creatures for their affectionate nature and playful personalities. I'm Marlo Anderson with National Day Calendar, reminding you to celebrate every day.
Hey. Thanks, Marlo. You're the man. Marlo's the best. We can all agree on that. Everybody's pro Marlo. I mean, who's against Marlo Anderson, really? It's probably just like a good neighbor. What's up, woman? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's see. She says, well, I had it highlighted. Let's highlight it again. Not a channel holder center. She struck one of the family members of the children that were killed by Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow. But wait. Well, they have to have a YouTube channel, right, in order to be struck, or did I miss something? I thought this all happened on YouTube. Sorry if I got it wrong. I'm getting secondhand stuff. I'm just trying to catch up to all this stuff, to be honest with you. I might have some things wrong. That's why I'm pro open dialogue over here. Tell me what's up. Or is it someone that well, he says not a channel holder struck on, oh wait, let me read this again because maybe I'm just reading it incorrectly. Not a channel holder center. She struck one of the family members. Okay, but so the family member is a channel holder, though. Am I mistaken? Not that gives any other reason, but yes, YouTube has gone mad. I've spent the day at the coast and walking around the castle that had Halloween fun. These people need a life. We agree on that fully. Why the fuck didn't you guys say that from the beginning of the stream? Spooky. I forgot. I forgot to do it. Maybe has a channel but isn't a creator. Well, anytime you hear someone refer, and I agree with like the general consensus from those of us that have a fucking computative skills. Okay, so yes, they do have a channel. Thank you. That was just confusing to me, that verbiage. So when you hear the term creator, that's not necessarily some big shot that's actually producing any content or anything like that. Creator is just short term for someone that has a YouTube channel. Every single one of you that posts something on your community wall can technically be classified as creator. Unfortunately, somehow we bastardized the English language to make that acceptable, because in many cases there's nothing being created whatsoever. It's sort of a misnomer. And I'm against calling people creators. I even slip up and call myself that sometimes. Ugh, how fucking cringe. It's never on purpose, I promise you. It just becomes part of the vernacular, what's accepted. Sometimes you have to work consciously against what becomes normal here on YouTube. That's exactly what I was issue warning for like, no matter how you feel about this Lauren person. And let me tell you, my perspective has changed. My opinion's changed a little bit. Also, I think undeniably that stalking occurred and like these people are all crazy. But I mean, to be an active role in your own stalking, it becomes this weird gray area. And instantly I start to feel fatigued and sleepy, like it's time for an old man nap, because I lose interest and I'm like, whatever, if someone is in fact being stalked and everyone's saying, oh, it's not happening, I have no problem standing up and saying that's what I believe. Now, learning more, I have no problem in standing up and saying, look, I look at it differently now. But still urge all of us, including myself, to actively work against these things becoming normal. Showing up where people are eating dinner, none of that should ever become normal, because guess what? It's not. It's because it's not normal. And if we start accepting it as such, then we're in a way bigger predicament than I even think, Maybe has a channel. I understand now. So it's a family channel is what BL says. Okay. Good to see you, BL. Hope you're well. So I'm picking up what you guys are putting down. What you're saying is that the fact that it's and I'm assuming Lori Matthias actually covered that case. I know she did. In fact, I've heard people talk about it. So not only is she striking because her ego got hurt and has a problem with receipts getting out, but it's even more offensive because it's a family member of a case that she covered, in turn undoubtedly making financial gains from it. So I understand. I think I understand what you guys are saying. How fucked, dude. And if that doesn't make you lose confidence in somebody's narrative, I don't know what will. I mean, for me, that kind of stuff solidifies it for me. I mean, I'm definitely not the best person here, but I'm certainly not at the bottom. These people, what they do to each other is crazy. Sorry, just been a channel holder. I think I understand now, Queen Moomin. Thank you. So, So this family channel that's related to the family of a victim has a YouTube channel. And what were they doing reviewing Lauren? Is their channel specifically geared toward talking about their family's case and situation, or are they typically a commentary channel that would just pull up a YouTuber, or is it like a personal vendetta because of the way she covered the case? I have so many questions now. I hope you guys are following my stream of consciousness here. Queen Moon says, "Oh no, I get you now." Queen Moon says, Deanna says, "Well, most everyone I watch are YouTubers rather than influencer." Yeah, we influence each other. I mean, some crackheads even stole my outro. Crackhead out. So terrible. What's up, Glo? Good to see you. All this YouTube crap, and people will be struggling on November 1st. Yes, I wanted to talk about that. In fact, I'm going to pull a video up about that. So I know many of us. I can't say I have. I've never reached a point in my life where I had to apply for any type of assistance in the way of financial benefits, EBT. But when I did look, it's staggering, the numbers, guys. It's that we have a real big problem in our hands just in a few weeks' time. Give me a second. I got a train coming by. I'm going to pull up a video of that. Give me 1 minute. Don't you go nowhere. Okay, the train's barreling by. I'm looking for the video now. If you guys aren't aware, the government is still shut down because our government is out of control and a mess, as expected, as the experiment that created this country just may be failing, friends. People don't want to face that. But as a result of the federal government being shut down, 42 million people are going to be without food assistance programs. As a result of that, I think this will be a good time if you're retired. I know I have a lot of retirees watching, people close to their retirement, people with a lot of fucking time on their hands. This is a call to arms, so to speak. This would be a great time to get in touch with your local food banks and find out how you can contribute financially to them. Find out how you can go there and volunteer in bagging up groceries and standing there and putting them in the back of cars as the cars pull through. Because in the next few weeks, millions, tens of millions of us are going to be wondering how to fill the fridge and cupboards with food. Now, a lot of people consider this, food stamps or EBT to be controversial in some way. I, however, do not. Now, is there fraud and abuse that occurs in this system? Of course there is. Of course there is. Of course. But that's a risk that you have to take to ensure that families that are actually in need, and these single moms and these single dads and these people working below the poverty line, we have to ensure that they have nutrition. because without nutrition, there's no prospect of them bettering the conditions that they're in. And it's just that simple. This is not, to me, zero politics. This is humanity. Let's not get the two fucking mixed up because they're not the same. Excuse the train noise. It's too nice to close the window. This is something that was shocking to me that I learned it just 12 hours ago. I'm trying to find a national story. Give me 1 second. I guess I could search for government shutdown. This is, I mean, for me, I've been ignoring the government shutdown because it's easy to, but also because none of it affects me. This also does not affect me personally in my own home, but I know it affects many of us as a whole. So it bears being looked at. So let's do that. See, give me a second. I wasn't prepared for this as well as I should have been. And it looks like this begins on November 1st, which is just tomorrow, essentially. What a fucking nightmare. What a fucking nightmare. Here. We'll look at this. I'm not exactly sure of this source. Give me 1 second. This is KOAA5. This is like a local news story. We'll check it. It's the same story. It's a national thing. It's not a state-by-state thing. So any of these stories, I think, will give us a rough idea what exactly I'm speaking of. Like I always say, it's our duty to take care of one another. These next few months are going to be trying in such a way that we'll see what you guys are made of. We got to take care of each other. Hey, Zoe, Lauren compared herself to a murder victim's family. Yeah, I heard that. I'm telling you, I've lost confidence. And as much as I try to be, what's the reputation? Captain Save-A-Ho is what I've been called. Simply because I stick up for people that, are being piled on. And that's how I perceived it at first. And boy, I feel differently about it now. I also, for some reason, have no urge to make it content for myself or to even have a conversation about it any more than I have. Maybe if anybody in the story loses their mind and is worth covering, then we'll talk about it again. But aside from that, I think the attention is what's giving it the fire anyways. But that's bananas to compare yourself to anyone that way. Yes, it's geared towards the case. Lauren befriended them, shared meals with them. Wow, see, that's so rotten, dude. Oh, it's just layers of shit. Apparently, Kay was speaking about what's going on and was expressing her thoughts, and it got struck. That's crazy. She has every right to do that. She has every right to review that. The same way that any one of us have any right to review a past live stream of QBs, dude. These people can't just strike you. Well, they can. You know why they get away with it? Because it's become normalized. Her subscribers won't give her any shit for doing it. They'll cheer it on. I'm not sure if that's the case of Lauren, but we know it's of Crack Queen over there. It's absolutely true. So BL says she is the aunt of JJ Vallow, whom was alive by Jesus. I mean, I just off the cuff here, just straight from just what popped into my head. It seems odd to me that they would be a channel like that would be reviewing such a person. Is there some personal vendetta, or am I off the mark in just having that curiosity? I'm not trying to be inappropriate or controversial in any way. It's just, but doesn't matter anyways. They have every right to review whatever the fuck they want. I'm just curious for my own sake of curiosity. I'm going to show you this here.
.45, the second longest government shutdown in U.S. history. It continues today, and the Senate has already left D.C. for a long weekend without coming up with a deal. As we've been reporting, federal programs like SNAP, they're running out this month because of the shutdown. So let's go live to Scripps News Group political correspondent Nate Reed. And Nate, Could the stoppage of food assistance change Democrats' minds on the ongoing shutdown?
Yeah, Tony, this is becoming an increasingly untenable situation.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, Tony. Oh, I'm sorry. Gonna have some fun with it.
In large part because now Democrats are forced to pit the question of whether they want to keep up the fight for these Affordable Care Act subsidies, which expire at the end of this year. If they do expire, millions of Americans will lose their health insurance over the next decade. Or if Democrats pivot, vote to reopen the government simply because millions of Americans could then lose their food assistance programs on November 4th.
This whole thing is fucked, dude. We're not doing politics today. I promise you that. But it's so fucked that a bunch of grown-ups, a bunch of fucking adults that have been voted into office can't unfuck themselves well enough to just make sure that everyone that needs food assistance in our country get it or not. Or that if you think that everyone should be able to get the food assistance that have already applied, it's just being put on hold because of their inability to come to some compromise, it's unacceptable. It's unfucking acceptable in every possible way. Just sit in a fucking giant room made of fucking, oak railings and a giant eagle on the wall and just like point at each other and blame each other for why people aren't getting the food that they fucking need. How about you just give them the food and figure it out? Like, how about that? I don't understand what's wrong with these politicians, man. How can you politicize families in need of food?
First, when dozens of states will have their SNAP benefits run dry. Again, this is something that Democrats will have to contend with over the next week. No bipartisan compromise on Capitol Hill yet. As you noted, the Senate left town early for a long weekend. It's almost as if the government is open and things are functioning as normal. The Senate really not taking this now looming cliff with any increased urgency than what we...
I mean, shouldn't there be an increased urgency? A lot of stuff went on during the trial, so they were discussing it as it related to them, was my understanding. So by all accounts, it was in good faith. They were just running their channel and having the conversation they wanted to have, and they have every right to do that. I hope you understand why I'm questioning motives. I'm just hoping there's not some underlying animosity or something that's being exacted. I just don't want to. I would hate to see revenge being exacted as a result of it being a popular thing to talk about. And I believe you guys when you tell me that wasn't the situation. I've seen none of it myself. I've only heard other people talk about it. Some people that I like, many people that I don't like, all discussing the same thing. BL says, not reviewing Lori, just spoke out about the interactions with her and why they stepped away from her. Wow, so they weren't even reviewing her. Lauren didn't like what they said, and she showed. Wow. Well, we've all seen this before. It doesn't matter how cool you think you are. If you do that, it's a clear indication that something ain't right. We're losing benefits on the first. Yes, let's watch some more of this. It's and what can we do? What we can do is we can volunteer at our local food banks to try to pick up the. It's not going to be anywhere near the same. And I don't live in some delusional world where I don't understand that people shouldn't be getting food stamps. Get food stamps. It's part of the game. To me, it's acceptable loss in order to ensure that the people that actually need this stuff get what they need. There's always going to be fraudsters and people that take advantage of any kind of system. It doesn't matter. I mean, truly, any system will get taken advantage of. But it's the price we pay to make sure that, impoverished people, single moms and single dads are able to feed their children. That's what it boils down to. Nothing more than that. It's not a matter of being lazy. Oh, they should just get a job. This is not what this is.
We've seen in the past. I asked some top Democratic leaders in the Senate, starting with Senator Dick Durbin, the Democrat from Illinois, Democratic whip, if he plans on changing his position. He said, we'll see. I also asked Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer if he would change his position as a result of this oncoming cliff on food benefits. He told me that his position for now is unchanged. But look, as we get closer and closer to the end here, there's a lot of questions about whether Democrats will fold given this
So I see that it shouldn't be proposed as somebody folding. I'm done with that story, guys. I can't. You guys get the idea. Folding, like it shouldn't be about that. Well, how is this a political issue? Hey guys, we need clean drinking water. That's not political. Guess what? The most political fucking hot button issues you could talk about is clean drinking water in our country. It's so taboo, no one wants to touch it. It's crazy. Hey, how about this one? Safe schools. No, can't talk about that. It becomes political. People are broken, dude. People should have a mandatory 1 month a year of fishing by themselves, just so they can sit there without being influenced by what anybody else fucking has to say and just think about what's logical and what's right. And you'll find, I found that when I do that, any politics that are being built up in my brain by fucking media dissolve away, and it's easier to have a clear understanding of what the fuck is right and what the fuck is wrong. It's got nothing to do with who anybody votes for. Sorry, I'm ranting a little bit. All the politicians are interested in is filling their own pockets. That's exactly it. We don't care about the people they are supposed to represent. Exactly right. And I don't get that's all sides of the whole machine, the whole thing, dude. I'll start giving a fuck about what these people have to say when they give a fuck about me, and I'm not holding my breath. In many ways, we're more valuable. If you're outspoken in any way, you're more valuable not alive to these people than you are alive. I mean, not to be, hyperbolic, but here in the UK, folks on benefits can get weeks shop free every week from the many food banks. Well, that's the thing. We have nonprofit food banks that operate completely independent from the government, other than some, I guess just saying some subsidies is an understatement, with the great benefit of subsidies from the government in the way of loans, grants, things like that. But they operate as a nonprofit, so their goal is the ones that do it right. There's always bad examples, but the ones that do it right are doing it for the right reasons. Typically, you'll see these even in small towns in America, out of churches, out of American Legion halls. Where they'll serve veterans first, and then they'll serve elderly people, then they'll serve veterans, and then they'll open up to the general public. And usually, by the time they open, because I've volunteered at many of these places, I have a pretty good understanding of how they work. From the time they open, from the time they close, sometimes when the food's gone for them to hand out, there's still a line of cars of people that are in need. So there's obviously, and this is before people have to worry about their food stamps and their financial support. I realize it minimalizes it when I call it food stamps, but necessary food subsidies that go to us are not going to be available. So what's going to happen at the food banks? This is what has got to happen in the meantime. And they might fix it today. They're probably voting on it right now. But it's too close to being an absolute destructive thing that occurs. And I think everyone's just ignoring it for some reason. Let's see. I don't get this being stuck for reviewing reviewing content. These creators have already put it out there. If you don't want to be reviewed, keep your own counsel and shut your sausage hole. I agree with you. Like I said, I never have beef with anyone reviewing me. In fact, anytime that people have, I gain subscribers, so go ahead. What becomes problematic is when somebody reviews you and then pauses it and tells lies while they're doing it. And even then, that's not a strikeable offense. That's just someone being a cunt. I've heard numerous Congress members saying it's working. People are starting to hurt. Those are our fake representatives. Yeah. Queen Bella says we shouldn't be helping others when our people are going without. Yeah. I mean, how many bombs have we paid for it? How many sandwiches would that have been? Let's see. My water bill with trash service is $79 a month minimum. It smells like straight chlorine. The water. Ugh. I have to buy water to drink. Make it make sense. Exactly right. And also check to make sure you don't have any leaks. It's amazing how a drippy faucet or a running toilet will rack up your bill. And the company doesn't give a fuck how you used it. They just count it. They just measured that you used it. Trump is covertly calling the population. Well, I mean, listen, to make it exclusive to the president, it would be a disservice to the truth. That's what all politicians always do. He's not special for doing it. That's what they do. The only thing that makes him distinct in the situation is the fact that he'll do it right in your face and not give a fuck what you have to say. That's just, it doesn't make it any better or worse. It makes it the same as how all politicians work. My girls, I'm just so grateful to have a separate freezer. Yes, I was raised with one of those like fucking casket freezers, in the basement. My grandmother kept that shit stocked, and she wouldn't waste anything. Everything would be, if it wasn't consumed, it could be frozen. It would be frozen. And the staircase that led to the basement had this shelving system above it where there's levels of cannings. There was relish, there were pickled peppers, pickled lemons, pickled everything. Excuse me, I had a big sneeze. And even before that, there would be like preserved meats as well, salted meats and like just frozen meats. Last month, her food bank served 460 cars. They are just the people who don't qualify for food stamps. Can't you imagine how November will be? Exactly. Well, I was in Sacramento and I volunteered at the public food distribution thing out of the back of a church, and they served I think 2,000 people every week. They have two different services there. One was a weekly thing where you could just get a small amount of groceries, and then they would have like a monthly thing where they would really load cars up. I mean, I think what I witnessed them giving away was like 3 main course like proteins. So it was like a chicken, a big pack of steaks, a big pack of pork chops, a bunch of vegetables, canned soups, and then there were like bottled waters, and then. Undoubtedly every week it's just they're dependent on what gets donated. So sometimes it would be like a surplus of really expensive foods that you would never imagine seeing in a food bank, but they get rid of that just as quickly. So it's a gamble. Whatever we give to these food banks to help feed our neighbors is what they're handing out. There's no magic to it. Let's see, troopers. The government, Musta says, what is this for? The American government is shut down currently, which means everybody who receives benefits for food subsidies, many people know them as food stamps or EBT, whatever you want to call it. What's up, kitty? My cat's trying to get in the lap. That's going to be put on hold, which means on November 1st, people that, and typically it's not, unless you have a bunch of kids or whatever, it's not a lot of money, but a few $100s that you typically depend on for your groceries. For 42 million Americans, that's not going to happen on November 1st. So there's a bit of panic occurring here. What's up? You want to come up? Come on. No? All right. Trump gave Argentina $40 billion to bail out Americans. I know, but are being pitted against one another to fight over what's needed. Come on. You keep meowing, or are you going to just... Okay. This cat is wild. Meow. Let's see. Sorry. Being pitted against one another to fight over what's needed more, SNAP or health benefits. Being told enough money for both. Yeah. Glow says, our fire department usually provides Thanksgiving dinner to our complex every year. Oh, that's sweet. I hope they can this year. No, whenever I'm not just calling fucking losers out on YouTube or getting myself into a ridiculous battle with someone, I actually do think about these things a lot more. Like, I do. There's a reason I end my live stream by telling people to take care of each other, because I believe that it's not some fucking lip service. I'm not acting as a character as so many people do here. I do care about people, and I'm urging everyone that like this Thanksgiving is going to be particularly difficult for many of us. And it's crazy to me that it's just not being discussed more. We're going to talk about what Lauren Matthias did over the weekend. Like, fuck, dude, what are we doing? Patricia Burns says, we used to have one of those giant chest freezers. That's what we had too. It opened up, big white one. Of course, I don't know how big it actually was, because your memories, upon reflection to childhood times. Like, I went to my childhood backyard the other day, and I couldn't believe how small the yard was. But I remember it being a big hunkin' freezer. I could definitely climb inside of it. We used to have one of those giant chest freezers, and when it was getting empty, my big brother used to grab me and my twin, and we put us in there for a few seconds and laugh their heads off. Yes, exactly. I remember climbing in mine as well. Okay, what are you doing up here? Hold on, my cat's trying to walk across the keyboard. That's not going to work for me. That's not going to work. You can sit in my lap, but not there. Come on. Come on. Oh, I wish I could show you this cat. It just does not give a fuck at all that I'm live. It's hilarious. Okay, there you go. Yeah, well, because I talk to her, so she thinks I'm talking to her. She doesn't have any way to know I'm talking to you guys. I think of daily, my poor people. Yeah, I mean, we just have to, like I said, we take care of each other. We got to be even more vigilant over these holiday seasons. So I'll say this. So whenever you see these YouTubers ramping up their grift over Christmas and making wish lists for themselves, what's up? Come on. She's just fucking with me. She's just circling my feet now, putting 2 paws on my leg and meowing at me. And then when I go to reach to pull her up, she's just running away. You want to go out? I'm going to let her out of the office. 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. Where was I? Oh, yes. Take care of each other. It's not complicated, man. Check on your neighbors. You got elderly people, you live alone. Make sure that they got what the fuck they need. It's simple, man. Just walk down your block. I mean, a lot of us haven't never moved. I mean, I've traveled a lot, but a lot of people I interact with here, they live in the house that their parents handed down to them or their grandparents. So your neighbors. If there's somebody down the road that needs help. If you got surplus, get your ass over there. Make a fucking casserole. Let's do it like it's 1951, dude. It's not that complicated. I mean, there's a much bigger problem that being generous to your neighbors and taking care of each other, it's not going to solve. I mean, we need to be governed by people that understand and have compassion for what the people that voted for them need. Notice I say need, not want. At times like this, it doesn't matter what anybody fucking wants. Let's have a conversation about what people need. And definitely food and clean water, that's a great way to start. And then we'll get into, affordable housing, and then from there we can get into, a job market that allows people that work in that job market to also afford to pay for a place to rent where they're working instead of having to commute 50 miles, being dependent on yet another whole system, a transportation system, or whatever it may be, to feed their family. This country was founded on nothing more than an experiment. It says exactly that in the Constitution. That it's been widely explained by the men and women who founded the country that it was an experiment and had the potential to fail. Now, there's 2 different types of Americans: people that are okay with it failing, and people that are fighting to ensure that it does not fail. I'm with the guys that are trying to make it not fail, or trying to help it from failing. It seems like those politicians that we voted for, no matter who, what side, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. It seems like that they don't have our best interest in mind. And to me, that's not even political. That's just fucking, common sense. Trooper says, rally wins. Oh, I totally get it. I'm not sure how we can feed everyone. Maybe the U.S. needs to adopt a family for $19.99 a month. Now we can get our underprivileged. Now that we are an underprivileged country, right? Gets Sally Southers? What was her name? Take a picture and put it on your post. I'm not sure what you mean. Brittany AB 5818 says, I work from home. My cat has the job of Chief Distraction Officer, CDO. That's awesome. Yeah, well, this one, I think she just wanted out. But whenever you walk into the room, and she's undoubtedly always having a nap, but when you walk in a room, she She just gives a what's up look, nah, just like the same meow each time. Like it's literally just saying, what up? Trooper says, I'm so frugal. I have a chest freezer, canned foods in my little garden, and my chickens, I will feed as many as I can. Yeah, I'm not saying like, go in front of Congress and start and come and offer a complicated plan as to how you can solve a problem. Just solve the problem of your neighbor, and then get a bunch of your neighbors together and solve the problem of your town, and then get a bunch of towns together and you solve the problem of the county. Then you get the counties together and you solve the problems. It's not complicated. The disconnect is we're too fucking stupid and lazy. And I'm not saying you and I, but I'm saying us in general. We're too stupid and lazy. What we do, for those of us that actually do vote, we just end there. It's that we think that's enough. Oh, this person agrees with me, I'm going to vote for them. But we're still responsible for doing work ourselves. We can't just vote for somebody and fucking depend on that. They'll just assume they're going to do our bidding or ever give a fuck about us, because they don't. I hate to be a nihilist when it comes to politics, but they don't give a fuck about us, dude. At all. So, the work we have to do is exactly the work I'm speaking on. And even if the government solves the problem and I'm an hour late and they've already solved this EBT problem for November 1st, just the fact that we're even getting close enough to a deadline such as that we even have to have this discussion is a fucking problem already. Like, there should be some safety checks and balances. Something has to be better. Now, I don't think any of us are old enough to have lived through the Great Depression. But essentially, people that had their money in the banks were unable to. They went to the banks to get their money out because they heard something was going terribly wrong with the financial system in our country. There was a rush on the banks, and guess what? Some people showed up to the bank and got beat up by security. The bank wasn't open. All their money was gone. We should never get to dire straits where we have to worry about food. There's enough food for everyone. That's just a fact, man. In some places in this country, and listen how fucking insane this is. In some places in towns and counties in the United States, it's illegal to have a garden in your yard, right? Some of these same communities don't have a grocery store anywhere nearby. So you're prohibiting them from having livestock on their property or gardens, but you also have to drive 30 miles to get to the grocery store. It's criminal. And it's a specifically backwards fucking thing that's happening only here in the United States. It's not happening even in any other country that you can name. It's not happening because food for the citizens is always a given. It's like, yes, of course, get chickens, have livestock, grow the garden. The governments in other countries aren't in some type of relationship with these big chain grocery stores that are being, subsidized by the government to have a chokehold on the food production. I don't know. I could go on for days about this. What it boils down to, if you've got senior citizens or families that are living dangerously below the poverty level in your area in the next couple of months, specifically around Thanksgiving, even if they do unfuck the food stamp problem, still do what you got to do to help people out. It's really that simple. I'm going to do my best. I'm not a rich guy, but I'll find a way to commit some of my time and energy to be a solution to, even if it's a solution to a temporary problem, something as temporary as a family down the road being hungry. I will do what I can. And that's all. I'm urging you guys to do the same fucking thing, man. Just do it. Many people I witness online, they social or they virtue signal. They're like, oh, well, this is right. This is what should be done. And they're not doing anything but sitting in a chat room talking about it. How about you actually do something like that? How about this? If anybody's curious as to what they can do, maybe email me. maybe I can help you. I'll find resources for places for you to donate some of your time, energy, or if you have a lot of money. Guess what always helps everything? Money. You give the local food bank money, it's going to make the local food bank better. If you give money to your local women's shelter, guess what it's going to do? It's going to make the conditions in your city or town better for women. It's really not that complicated. Now, if you throw your money at con artists like QB, guess what that's going to do? Improve her life. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay, Angie. Let's see. Let Sinner end the live. She'll be fine. Who's Sheil? I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm 10 minutes behind in chat, so that might have something to do with it. I made homemade cornbread, pot of beans, flour tortillas, rice and feed us all weekend. It's about survival, and that's it. I mean, human beings can get by on rice and beans, man. They have some places in the world have for forever, since the dawn of time. Throw in some protein and some fresh vegetables, and you're golden. I mean, we don't need much. That's the funny thing. But you'll find that a lot of times the food that's available for people that are living below the poverty line, it's garbage food. It's food that's bad for us. It's food that poisons us. It's food that's full of sugar and does nothing but make your teeth bad and your mental state even worse. Like, it's a problem. We should have fresh, clean food. We should have fresh, clean water. It's not something that's out of. Why would that not be something that everybody wants? It should never be political. It should never be, oh, well, if you get food, then we can't insure health insurance. Like, they need to get their fucking act together, or we need to fire them and hire new people that will do the job. Stanley is a good name for a cat. Winifred is a good name too. I just got gifted a beautiful hooded poncho handmade by a First Nation dude. I'm thrilled to Dolly Rags. That's so cool. I never win anything like that. BL says, and I do realize I'm a couple minutes behind, so bear with me. As an outsider, I will just say, you get what you vote for. Stop listening to one side. Broaden your scope of information. Research everything before you make X. Exactly. My chat just glitched out for a second. Hopefully you guys are still with me. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I do get fired up. And, for me, I promise you, this is not some sly way to be political. I don't give a fuck. I think politics is for suckers. I always have. It's a system of control, which is fine if they're controlling your enemies, right? But when they start controlling you, you're going to understand why it's a big problem. I know that's a pretty complex statement, but I'm sure many of you understand what I'm saying completely. Flo said, I've seen every single tour of Keith except this year. Oh, that's cool. I still have to go check out your channel. It's been a couple days. I need to see the Christmas decorations. Patricia says, here in the UK, they passed a law to stop a village from using a privately owned field to put out solar panels to provide energy for the whole village. How disgusting. That's exact bureaucracy. It's the deals that our governments, a lot of times our local governments, our county governments will make deals with these companies that will have bylines in the small print that says, oh, also, you have to buy our electricity. And it's like, wait a minute, we have to. You shouldn't be able to have a monopoly on something as life-sustaining as electricity. And that's despicable, Patricia. It drives me crazy. Brittany says, I grew up poor on food stamps in the 70s and 80s and lived on rice and beans daily. Rice and beans and government cheese, the block of cheese. There's solar panels everywhere. My mom had money when she was younger before she met my dad. He broke her. Oh, I'm sorry. Reality says, thank you, Sid. Appreciate authenticity and honesty. See you tonight. Peace out. Everyone, yes, everyone have a great night. What's up, Pookie? It's good to see you. I'm going to end this here. It's you got 3 good hours from me. I feel good. I hope you guys feel great. Like I said, we can't always depend on our government. Sometimes we got to depend on our neighbors. Depend on your family, dude. If you don't have family, depend on your friends. Still depend on your neighbors. Anyways, until we meet again, guys, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm thinking 8:30, maybe as late as 9 o'clock. Cousin Charlie's channel, Cousin Charlie Presents Sinner's Jukebox. That's me. I'll have the music. We'll watch an episode of that show we've been watching. And, of course, we'll talk some shit as well. I mean, I am a drama channel after all. Trooper says, Amazon, I bought 10 6-packs of Vienna sausages and 10 boxes of crackers, $59. I will donate on November 3rd. Every little bit helps. It's true. And just, Vienna sausages are kind of garbage, but if you need a snack and you need to sustain life, a little salty sausage, it can hurt anybody. Love you too, Glow. I hope everything's well. All right, guys. As always, fuck the hive. Fuck you, burnt toast. I'm not going to give you the whole turbulence story tonight or today. You guys get it. I've been talking turbulence story for the last hour. But the end message is going to remain the same. Take care of yourself. If you need help, reach out. What did my neighbors say as a kid? Closed mouths don't get fed. And what a great metaphor. Quiet people don't eat. So if you are in need, don't be shy to lean onto these food banks. Don't be too prideful or embarrassed to go get the help if you need it. It's fucking there for a reason. I tell you what, someone's going to eat the food. Why wouldn't it be you, right? Don't be too prideful to accept help when you need it. Don't be hungry when you ain't got to be hungry. Anyways, I'm obviously passionate about this. I'll talk to you guys in a couple of hours. Until we meet again, please make sure you get your request in over there on this community wall, and we'll be broadcasting from Cousin Charlie's channel tonight. Also, Friday, if you want to be part of this Halloween party, let me know. I got my shit decorated already. I'm anxious. I got a costume change, in fact. It's going to be a lot of fun. What's up, Headstones? Better late than never. True that. It wasn't too crazy of a live. We listened to some fat crackhead talk about striking people. But then we talked about something important, and that's this government shutdown and how people are going to be without life-sustaining food, which is terrifying. I didn't spend as much time looking at the hurricane outside of Jamaica, but keep them in your prayers. Definitely. It looks like a monster. It looks like a monster. There's no other way to describe what that radar looks like. I know I'm a bit scatterbrained. I appreciate your guys' patience with me. I'll talk to you in a few hours. Let me get rid of this background music. Take care of each other. It's not complicated. It's only as complicated as you make it. See you over at Cousin Charlie's. Get your costume ready. We'll see you on Friday, too. Sinner out.
You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best. So put your hands up to the sky and live your best life, alright. Don't just let it go by, just try, oh my. Got only one life, got only this time. We gonna get it right. You gotta let go of those who don't belong in your tribe. So cut the bad out of your life. Yeah, do it one time. You gotta work till you're winning. Yeah, take control of the system. When you invest, it's addicting. No time to rest, let's go get it. Not gonna stop till I'm finished. Not gonna drop to my limits. Deep in my chest, I'm inhaling. Believe in testing and failing. You gotta flip everything in your mind. Take the limiting thoughts and turn them into your why. Prove to yourself you're worth it. You deserve it. Push past all the hurt and find your purpose. You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, so don't let go. Take control. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, give it all your best. Hey, yo, never gonna stop, no way, no. Yelling out, hey, yo, headed to the top on our way, yo. You gotta make change, yeah, there's gonna be a little pain, but nothing's worse than staying the same. So light that flame, put the work in, go claim everything you want in this place. It's time to go fast, know that energy is all cash. You could get it all if you never give up, no slack. Headed to the top is a mystery, your own path. Never gonna stop, no, you got this, never go back. I know it gets hard, you gotta love it. You gotta recharge with what you want and think of your dreams. Get that energy to go and get everything. Let's go. You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, so don't let go. Take control. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, give it all your best.